Hey Ding Dong, Fairvilla Megastore presents Sharking Lot Wars, the only mechanical shark riding contest in the greater Southeast. Hosted by the legendary Z159 Morning Radio Ballbusters, Hot Tub and Mini Fridge. Yeah. July 31st, 2021. Johnny's Other Side. Live music and ice-cold beer. With celebrity judges, comedian Ross McCoy, social media superstar and professional partier Mike Busey, the saddest man in the world, Tuttle, and the man who beat up Kimbo Slice, Greg Pooperoni. It's Sharking Lot Wars, July 31st. Johnny's Other Side with the Hot Tub and Mini Fridge Morning Show. Fairvilla Megastore and Z159. The Toad. Lick it. Oh my God. Greg Pooperoni.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
Welcome back indeed. I am Dan. Samantha's here. Butler's here. We have a very special guest. And we love chatting baseball with this gentleman. We love chatting sports. We love basically talking anything except for cigars, which is what he specializes in at thehumidor.com. It is our good friend, Chris Gwaltney. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Hey, let's try and not talk sports today for once, right?
All right. Yeah. We can try that.
It's not going to happen, though, because I know you guys are going to ask me about a certain sporting event.
So we saw you at the fights, which at this point in time, I just feel like when they keep trotting Conor McGregor out and doing these huge UFC fights, I'm like, I don't know, but Conor has seen, I think, his heyday already.
Well, I think I'm not an MMA, aficionado, but I think there's two. This is the way I look at it. There's two camps, right? You got the guys that were watching last week when it was basically the good fighters, and then you got the guys that were watching 2 weeks ago, which are the casual fight fans that want the spectacle, right? And I think they run the business that way. I think they run one version of MMA, like UFC MMA, which is the guys that all fight. And for me, I don't know their names. And then you got the guys that I know, right?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of how they do it.
So, Chris, we saw you were out at the fights. Tell us about it, because on your social media, you were in the ring after.
That's cool, man.
And we were all like, well, how do you get to do that? I'm like, they're like, anybody who was walking by could jump in the ring after
you want to get in here, bro?
I'm like, he's got to know people.
Maybe that happened, though. I don't know.
All right, so tell us about it, Chris.
No, first of all, dude, I'm going to tell you, Vegas has become Florida. COVID does not exist anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw some photos. And I'm like, whoa.
It's packed.
Let me just tell you that Saturday night, I flew into Vegas on Friday, and that night you had Joe Rogan and Dave Chappelle doing a show together. Saturday night you had Garth Brooks at the football stadium, 60,000 plus. You had a sold out arena, over 20,000 people for the fight. And then you had Bruno Mars sold out, I think, multiple shows at the Encore, at Wynn Encore. So, I mean, good luck trying to get a cab or a limo or anything in Vegas on Saturday. It was absolutely insane.
But these are the type of shows that you want to see before you die.
Right?
I don't mean to be morbid, but I'm just saying, if I'm gonna get it, I would better get it during Garth or Bruno.
That is a huge weekend, a fight weekend with Chappelle, Rogan, with all
it's the top tier. It's Rogan, Chappelle, and then you got to go Conor McGregor, Bruno, Garth. That's about everybody. That's everybody.
Yeah, I mean, you basically have two of the four. I mean, arguably the Mount Rushmore of comedians, especially when it comes to like cult following. I mean, there's no bigger cult following than and outspoken comedians than Dave Chappelle and Joe Rogan. So that's crazy. And then of course you got Garth Brooks, who, whether you're a country music fan or not, it's hard to argue that he's not one of the greatest entertainers ever. Right?
Oh, well, I don't.
From an entertainment standpoint, putting on a show. Then you have Bruno Mars, which I have lobbied the NFL, just let Bruno Mars do the halftime show every year at the Super Bowl.
Well, if he orchestrated it, he'd have the best of the best. He'd change it up. It would always sound different. It would always be fresh. Yeah, they do need to find like a musical visionary or somebody that always keeps it fresh, and then just go, look, you're the house band, sort of like what they used to do with Johnny Carson and all the big Tonight shows.
Right.
You know, you have the Roots with Jimmy Fallon. They're the house band. They provide the vibe. That's a great idea to like find America's quintessential entertainer and go, you're the guy, you're in charge of it, plan it out.
Bring in your friends,
Yeah.
put together the show.
Basically, the Super Bowl halftime show is basically Bruno Mars and friends, and he can bring in different celebrities from different music genres because he's so diverse. I mean, he can go in any direction of any type of music style. So, I mean, you could bring in heavy metal guys, you could bring in pop singers, you could bring in country singers, you could bring every genre of music in, and Bruno would fit right perfectly in with that.
Yeah, you know what's funny is that those two entertainers that you mentioned, Garth and Bruno, are very similar in the fact that they normally appeal to almost everybody. You know, like I like Garth Brooks. You know, I'm not a massive country radio fan, but I do love country music, and Garth, he's an amazing entertainer.
Yeah. So, Chris, when you're there watching the fight, you had to have been real close to be able to get into the ring after.
Yeah.
Tell us about what happened after the fight. How was the reaction to like McGregor breaking his ankle and that whole thing? And
or how was the reaction to McGregor saying that what's his name's wife? He was saying some nasty.
That was I see. I don't know how much of that came through TV, but it was. You could hear every word of it in the arena, and it was absolutely epic.
Yeah, like he started insulting his wife, like Conor McGregor. I'm blanking on the other gentleman's name, and that's very disrespectful.
Poirier.
Yeah.
So the funny part is Conor's sitting on the ring. His leg is basically, it's almost like a Dak Prescott like injury where your foot's on backwards, right? So he's laying there. He's wanting to get up. He wanted to walk out of the ring. I mean, he kept trying to stand up, and they're like, "No, you got to sit down." And he did not want Joe Rogan sitting on the floor next to him interviewing him.
That was funny.
But when he started calling out Poirier's wife, telling her to stay out of his DMs, that it was a cheap win, that he broke his leg, he didn't check his leg, he didn't check anything, and that his kid wasn't his, and all this other stuff.
It was bad.
It was Poirier literally. I don't know if they showed this, but he actually went after Conor. They had to pull him off. He was trying to attack a man sitting on the floor with a broken leg, and Conor was like, "Bring it on, man! Come on, I'll fight you on the floor." So it was. The crowd was going nuts.
They should have just let him go. Just let him roll.
All right,
that's where we're at now. But you just gotta let him fight.
But Conor McGregor knows exactly what he's doing.
Yes.
He's like he broke his leg. He at this point he knows he lost,
and he knows they're not going to let him come back and fight him on the ground.
It's the epitome of Skeletor telling He-Man, "I'll get you next time."
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
I mean, all right, that works.
And then you're hyping it up to make another dumpster of cash, and like. He is basically turned into an MMA professional wrestler, right? I mean, building his character.
I think he's just bigger than the sport because the sport is fun, right? And that's kind of what I was saying earlier. It's like the sport is fun for the guys that really love oh my God, this guy's a tactician. Look at the way he fights. Look at the way he controls the match, right? But most people aren't that guy. Those are, even though there's a ton of those guys, that's still a small percentage to like the me's that I just want the spectacle.
So, Chris, then you're in the octagon after the fight. How did that happen?
You showed respect by calling it what it actually is. You know what? You're a good guy.
I was actually there with some folks that work with Conor on his spirit. You know, he had proper 12 whiskey.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. That's what I figured.
That's how we got into the ring. But no, it was awesome, man. I mean, it was really cool being down there. It also helped because we were able to let the crowd disperse a little bit. I mean, the place was packed, and so it was hard to get out of the building. But no, it was really cool. I went down there with Mary from marketing. She's one of the ones that does a lot of our helps with all the YouTube videos that we put out. And Mary is an absolute massive UFC fan. Her favorite fighter of all time is Conor McGregor. She knows more about UFC than I could ever learn about. I mean, she absolutely loves the sport. So it was like a bucket list thing for her. So when she got in the ring, it was cool. I was like videotaping her because she was about to lose her mind. It was like a dream come true for her. I trust me, it was cool and I thought it was awesome. But the fact that she is such a mega fan, it was definitely a bucket list item for her. So it was really cool, man. It was cool being down there, and the undercards were great. I didn't get to see all of them.
Yeah,
I didn't see all of them. I got there a little bit later, but she showed up at the arena at 4:00 when they were just letting people in, and she was watching the very first fight.
Yeah,
so
they were great.
Yeah,
I watched
great.
almost all of it. When I bought it, and not to be cheap, but I was like, I'm sitting here the whole time. So I did, and it was really good. Yeah, me and my wife really enjoyed it, man. But it was cool. I wish I'd have known that you were there. I'd have been scanning the audience because they had a lot of famous people that you could scan for. Like if you scanned and looked for red ties, you'd find Donald Trump sitting there. There's all kinds of like super famous people that were there that you could almost play like Where's Waldo.
Yeah, and also, I mean, it's like an old school fight weekend in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Where all the celebrities go out.
Yeah,
and
it seems
then,
old. Yeah,
and there's also, I'm sure they plan it where you do these huge comedy shows and concerts and stuff, and it's just like, hey, this is a gigantic entertainment party weekend, and
it's like the cooler Olympics.
Yeah. So Chris, with being in Vegas and seeing everything's open and I mean huge events going on, how does like the cigar scene play into that? Because like I'm sure some of the like high rollers, celebrities, athletes and stuff, they all like want to be seen out. And then like partying, smoking the best cigars. Like what is that scene? Like because I've never been a part of it, and I imagine that it's like it's a thing, right?
Yeah, you wanted to like kind of describe what it's like.
Yeah, I would say that Vegas is obviously probably the most cigar friendly city in the U.S. Just because of the casinos, right? I mean, Tampa's great. Tampa has Eborn. There's a lot of cigar shops and you can smoke outside. But since basically Vegas, when you factor in the casinos, I mean, it's like a city it's like cities within inside of cities. I mean, you've been in these casinos, they're massive, right? So you have all of this square footage, more square footage of indoor smoking space than anywhere else in the country because you can smoke on the gaming floors and the bars that are connected to them. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy to see the cigar culture. I mean, obviously I'm there. We had our trade show that week as well. So the entire cigar industry is descended upon Las Vegas. So there's that faction of it. And, but yeah, and it's really a good place to see it. And you see celebrities, not just smoking cigars at the gaming tables, but kind of hanging out in the little bars on the edge of the casino. And
because of that, like, do you find any massive like cigar shops in Vegas? Like, are there any like grandiose? Like, you got to go to this spot because they're basically they're it's like the humidor but a building.
Yeah,
right. I've been. It's so funny. It's like I'm in the cigar business, and I've only been to like 3 cigar bars in Vegas. There's because I like air conditioning, and I don't like going outside and waiting for cabs and going to places. But I have and there's so many cigars you can smoke everywhere that it's really no incentive to go to a cigar bar because you can just hang out at any bar in the casino and smoke, right? But yeah, there's Casa Fuente and Monte Cristo have a lounge over at Caesar's Palace that are really nice. And then there's a Davidoff lounge at the right across from the Wynn and the Encore at that little shopping center thing that's across where the Benihana's is and all that stuff, right directly across the Sky Bridge over from where the Wynn is. And those are the only 3 cigar lounges I've been to. I'm sure there's other cigar lounges in Vegas, but guys, I'm trying not to leave that air conditioning when I get there. It was it was 120 degrees one day, and it's just like, nah, that's not me, bro. Give me that Florida humidity. I know everybody says it's dry heat. Yeah, well, dry heat sucks.
Yeah.
It's like a hairdryer the whole time. Like I like it sticky a little bit too, but I'm a weirdo.
Yeah, but you're in an oven on dry heat, and it's like, my God.
Yeah, it's kind of like at least here, it's like at least I got some moisture in my mouth.
So, Chris, now with things, events back, and we got NFL season coming up. In the NBA Finals last night, I watched the end of that. which has to be devastating.
Suns and 4.
Yeah, not to. Yeah, it has
that
to
guy. We predicted this yesterday. That that guy's on Cameo, the Suns and 4 guy. Mm-hmm. And you can purchase a video. I should check this morning. Sam, jump on Cameo and see if the Suns and 4 guy's there. Let's buy one. No, it's just Suns and 4 guy. Okay. All you do is put in Suns and 4 guy. Let's get a video of him today, and I want him to look into the camera and tell me, I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. I shouldn't have been punching people at an event.
He'll do it. Because this is his last day. Because
his last day.
All he's going to have is people bullying him now for a good, solid...
Let's buy one for Gwaltney. Hey, Chris, it's me, the Suns and 4 guy. I'm an idiot.
$74.
Yeah, I told you. Let's do it.
He's in there.
Put us in the queue. I'm buying one for Gwaltney, and I'm going to have this guy say, I'm an idiot. I'm sorry, Chris. I'm an idiot. I hate the Suns and 4 guy.
But the Suns fans have to be devastated after the hype.
Everybody was behind them, right?
Well,
it was like the final. Okay, remember the final?
Dude, LeBron James is at the games rooting for the Suns and Chris Paul, right?
I know.
So yeah.
It was like England versus Italy. You had all of Europe rooting for Italy, right?
Yeah.
The only people rooting for England were England.
Yeah.
And they lost.
Yeah.
And there's 7 guys in Canada.
Right.
Yeah, it shows you that anything can happen in sports, and it usually doesn't end in a fairy tale, which is kind of why I was constantly betting against Tampa last year, because I was like, no way this happened. You know what I'm saying? This is too much of a fairy tale, but sometimes it happens. It's crazy, but for the most part, when you have a storyline and there's this push and public push and the narrative of they've got
they finally got it right. They finally got it right.
And the guy, the punchy guy, he said it, and that's a meme. And then he's gonna
look at how much positive energy is behind it.
And then it's just it's professional sports. Things don't go your way. The momentum changes, and
you forget sometimes that on the opposite end of that, the Suns and 5 guy, this guy, look at all the energy behind us. That the other team might be saying, this makes us mad. We're gonna win. We're gonna beat these fools now. Because
and also they're both trying as hard as they possibly can. So there's not really any motivational factors.
And I don't know about you, but I'm not a confident guy. But here's something I am confident in. If you and I are locked in competition and I'm doing 100%, there's a weird thing where I feel like I cannot be beat. Yeah. And I think most people get that. You know what I mean? Where you're like, I'm giving my all, I'm going to win.
Chris, I've often laughed at people bringing up motivational factors, especially in championship games. Everybody in the building is 100% motivated.
Well, except for Andy Reid, I feel like this last year, or the year, I'm blanking because I'm having COVID break.
Last year.
When his son. I think I said that. I said I think that's going to affect him because that is not good. That is bad.
Yeah.
And I think it did.
It could have, yeah. I mean, you can make an argument. Although you could also make the argument with no offensive line. And
Tampa's really good.
And one of the best defenses in football. That's what made the difference. But it didn't matter.
That's true.
Andy Reid could have probably not even.
It didn't help, though.
He could have been 100%. Yeah.
I'm with you, man. That motivation stuff is good for high school kids, But this isn't Hoosiers. This isn't a movie. And it gets, who wins is the guys who shine in the biggest moments. And then there you have people that wilt. And a lot of people will say that Chris Paul didn't step it up, and then other guys with the Bucks, they rose to the occasion when the lights were the brightest. That's when they were shining, and you had some guys that just didn't quite. It wasn't their night. Whatever you want to say, they just picked a bad time to.
Yeah, it didn't work.
To wilt a little bit, and that's basically what it comes down to. You look at the Super Bowl with the Bucks. I mean, it was obviously there was offensive line issues, but all it takes is one or two key guys to either get hurt or just not play their best game, and things get a little bit too big for them. Yeah. And the other team it's not too big for them. And that's all it takes, man, because everybody, once you got to that level, the talent's fairly equal. I mean, everybody's really good. There's no, so the thing that changes is whose players make the most plays. I know it sounds coach speak and everything.
Yeah.
No, it's accurate.
Who plays, who steps up, you know?
Also, insane amount of luck involved that people never take into account. Like, even watching the finals last night, the Suns had the chance to come within 4 with a shot and missed it, and there was a couple instances in the last 3 minutes they had a chance to cut the lead to 4, and then maybe make it. You know what I'm saying? Like it got like, oh, if that went in,
it changes the whole.
Then it maybe it gets a little tighter, and it's like it didn't, and then that's it. And so it's like people discount like these small, ball gets tipped in the air, a ball bounces the wrong way. There's a lot. I mean, in sports, there's a lot of luck, crazy luck involved that people never take into account. It's like, funny, man, there's a coin flip at some point.
But nothing will be quite as exciting or make me giggle, laugh more than when I was a kid, than when they were playing a big-time NBA game and the ball would get stuck on the side of the net. Like it would get in that
between the rim and the backboard.
And nothing made me more happy. I was like, look, it's flawed. Like, I don't know why that, to me as a little kid, I remember seeing that. I mean, like, you mean they didn't account for the fact that it could get stuck on the side of the corner? And I'm like, these guys are idiots. Basketball stinks.
So, Chris, real quick, humidor.com, use promo code Tom and Dan. You can get percentage off if you use our promo code.
This whole talking about sports thing is working because in our cigar group, those guys are crazy. They're humidor crazy. We don't even have to say much. I love it.
So, Chris, any specials that you want to promote? Anything? We're going into the end of the summer, end of fall. I'm sure once it starts cooling up again, I can't even talk about cool. It's
when
hot.
it switches, like August, September, when we start to get those weekends where it'll switch just a little bit. It's almost like football-y. That to me is when I think this year I'm inviting everyone over to my house. Smokers on, and maybe we will get Chris to. Maybe I'll try my first big boy cigar. Do it right. We'll have the smoker out, and we'll do it like back here. That'll be fun, man.
Cool. Yeah. Right now we have free shipping going on. No matter just what size of the order, always some kind of specials. If you haven't signed up with the email, we don't send a lot of emails out, but I promise you when you get an email from us, it's a good deal. You can also follow us on social media, and we also post a lot of deals on social media. I just got back from a trade show, which means we'll have some new product trickling in.
Hey.
End of August, early September, some really cool exclusive items that were very limited and only made for this year's trade show. And if you weren't at the trade show, you can't buy the product. And that's some stuff from Padron, from my father. There's several manufacturers that did PCA exclusive. So I bought everyone I could get my hands on. So we'll have those available as well.
Awesome. Well, Chris, thanks so much. And hey, free shipping and you get a discount using promo code Tom and Dan. Is pretty good.
Do it.
Chris, we'll talk to you next month, and hopefully we'll see you in the Octagon soon.
Yeah. Okay. All right, man.
I don't want to meet him in the Octagon. He'll beat me senseless. I'm not having Chris beat me up. Are you crazy? Like an old Florida real man beating me silly.
He will beat us both up for sure.
Well, he's got that look about it. You ever looked at? Okay, I'm gonna throw something out there. I'm glad he's not on the line anymore.
When you smoke cigars, you're just a tougher person, I think.
I think so too. You know what I find, Chris? Like, have you ever seen? He's a very photogenic man. I think ladies look at him like his photo, the smoke rolling out of his mouth, and he's holding the cigar, and I'm like,
he's like,
and then I got a picture of me. What's that?
The coolest man in the world or whatever. He's kind of like that. Right?
Yeah, the most interesting man.
The most interesting.
And what the hell am I doing? We're making up fake names, hot tub mini fridge. I got a fake cowboy hat on, fatter than ever. I've got a Paul Senior mustache. What the hell is happening?
Yeah, we're clowns.
Gotcha.
Oh God.
All right, clowns.
Bye. Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Samantha's here, and Butler is here.
Okay. We were talking about this during the break, and you could listen to these conversations if you are watching us on Twitch, because we basically broadcast.
Well, we give you the watered-down version here. We give you the uncensored, vile version during the break. We're like, this guy's an animal. And then
we also talk mad ass, which is going to come back to bite us in the ass one day. Because one day someone's gonna hear it.
It would only matter if you're not willing to say that to the person's face, and I am.
Yeah, I know. So anyway, we were talking about how Butler is a creeper. And,
whoa! That was not.
Kind of were, yeah.
We said he's too handsome to fully.
Well, I didn't say that.
Oh, well, Norm in our chat room,
Norm
twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live. Fat Gay Norm said.
Well, now, hold on.
Well, I mean, obviously, if he thinks Butler is so handsome, he's Fat Gay Norm.
I think he's comfortable with sexuality. He can just say a man's attractive.
So
I say it all the time.
Yeah.
So Butler, by far, is the most inappropriate in our office.
He's like our show's Dirty Jim or Jim Colbert.
Here's why it's even more creepier, I will say.
Okay.
Is you guys will say creepy stuff, and you can tell it's a joke.
Hold on, Daniel says,
You've
and
said
Butler
some
says,
creepy
no,
things.
hold on, no, I hold back.
No, when
I
you
hold back.
No, when
Because
Tom says it, I feel like it's really weird when he says things like, remember when 2 months ago or something he was obsessed with getting you nude or eating you topless?
No, I didn't.
You remember that?
No.
Like he went through this whole thing.
No, I didn't. That was a Super Bowl thing, and that
right.
wasn't even me.
Oh, and he remembered.
Now he remembers.
Yeah, he remembered more than I did.
No, that was Samantha, the one that suggested the bet, and I just said, "Oh, Laura, let's do the bet."
I mean, I did feel peer pressure to do
You
it.
did. You use your influence. You use your influence to
gaslit
control the careers of female podcasters, and you've been doing it for years, Louie.
It all started with Take Your Pants Off.
Yeah, it all started. Well, I started to Take Your
Yeah,
Pants
Yeah,
Off.
but then you guys
But it
doubled
was-
down,
no,
both of you.
Take Your Pants Off was a joke, and then this guy never understood that because he doesn't understand it. Real, true intellectual comedy.
No, come on, no, it
And-
wasn't a joke.
He doesn't
No,
understand
you
like
were saying
a
highbrow.
joke.
He doesn't understand highbrow Take Your Pants Off comedy.
No.
So then he started being like, "Take your pants off," and then he got concerned. He's like, "She's never taking her pants off. This must be some sort of lie. I need to right the ship."
Now the stripper thing was my fault. Like I
Well, that was
remember
bad.
That's true,
That was
yeah.
bad. That was assault.
Anything goes situation.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was straight up.
My God,
the
sexual
wrong,
assault.
That was the wrong. That was the wrong thing to say to that guy. I had a different
It's
definition.
international water.
I had a different
Of
definition.
everything?
Well, of what anything goes meant.
Yeah.
I didn't know who my audience was. I did not know how he was going to take that.
Okay.
Also, you should have asked you, not me. And anyway.
You were the man of the house.
Yeah. Well,
So-
traditionally, okay.
But
I'm not
that
gonna
was a
submit
different time and a whole different company.
Yeah,
I changed LLCs.
We did change the LLC, so good luck on that one.
Yeah. You're gonna have to sue that company.
You might
which
as
is
well be
nothing.
suing the old Orlando Predators.
Hey, I guess they're still around. Did you see that?
Yeah, but not the
Some
one.
guy got offended because our event is on
Well,
a Orlando Predators home game.
Don't sue the old Orlando Predators because I own that team.
You know what? I'm getting
And
both.
I will be sued.
The Orlando Predators are a tout, and somebody's mad that we have an event
They're
on the same
mad
day.
that our event at Johnny's is on the same day as a home game for the Predators.
Well, what are they
No,
worried
no.
about? All the bus boys play for the Predators, and they work at Johnny's too.
true.
Listen, if you still go to Orlando Predators games, I
That's
just
not
He
football.
dresses up with a mask and everything.
Oh my God! Is it Claw? I didn't know he's a BDM.
I did see some BDMs take pictures and some guys wearing a D Bear
Yes.
jersey. He's like, still got
Yeah.
pulling me.
This will never die.
And I'm like, I'm like, well,
My shirt and my New Balance are 2005.
I thought it would die when the Predators died three
No.
different times.
They keep coming back.
Keep going back.
Who would think that the
I-
only Predator you can't get rid of is the football team, not the sexual ones? We can lock those up.
Anyway, back to Butler.
I was just saying, when he says it, he says nonchalant, creepy statements.
Yes.
They'd be like,
But
hey,
those are
And
the
you know,
real
like, you
one.
kind of look at him sideways,
Like-
like, is he?
like he did one to me yesterday. I walked in, he's like, hey, your nipples are looking large.
Well, to be fair, you guys say that to him all the time.
Well, I mean,
He's
he's got pancakers though. He's got pancakers. Like it looks like somebody took
Pancake you.
he looks like somebody took a water balloon and dipped it in brown paint. The bottom of it in brown paint. It's big. like when
Big
the nipple.
bobbers.
When the
Big
ni-
bobbers. Wait. Can we petition to call him Big Bobbers at the event?
Big bobber.
Anyway.
When the nipple is, when the nipple like. It doesn't. It's like it's around the entire thing. It's your nipple should not be a sock for your boob. Okay. And I know people right now are looking at their nipples, and if you're a heavier person, you might have sock nipples. That's when the pink or the brown goes over the entire boob, and that's a weird thing.
So we were talking,
Sorry.
and Norm
Norm checked his nipples. He said, "There it is."
Big Gay Norm said that he thinks that Butler can get away with it because Butler's handsome, and that's interesting because I think that may be true.
Subjective and also not true. Because
Samantha
hot
doesn't
guys
find
can be
him
creepy too.
Well, Samantha doesn't find him attractive.
No,
he's like my little brother.
Right.
But
Even
just
though he's way older than me.
just let's just say like if you put it on some sort of scale, some sort of universal attractiveness scale, he would land high, I would say.
Yeah, I think
because
so.
he's like a symmetrical.
I think he's an attractive guy. Yeah,
that kind of thing. But I think if good looking, like for instance, if Butler was someone else, he said those things, I'd be like, dude, get the hell out of here. You cannot say
What
those
if he was a
things.
big chungus?
No. I'm just saying, like, he's
are
like
you fat shaming
Paul
other people
Giamatti
Or if
looking.
he was
Why
like the
would
last
Paul
British guy
Giamatti
that
be
worked
working
here?
here?
I don't know.
I'd be like, holy crap! Why is Paul Giamatti sitting at a desk doing nothing in our studio?
I'm just
I'd be like, that's weird.
I'm just thinking of some like person that's considered unattractive in the national spectrum of ugliness.
I think you got to go old Buscemi.
Yeah, Buscemi saying it. Some ghoul. You're like, calm down, ghoul. You can't say those things.
Not cool, ghoul.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a real ghoul in a while. When's the last ghoul?
They're out.
When's the last ghoul? Are they out?
Oh, I saw
We're
some
open,
ghouls.
baby. All the ghouls are out.
I saw some ghouls over at Davenport.
Is it filled with ghouls over there?
Davenport ghouls.
Yeah.
Davenport
There's
ghouls.
some poor ghouls over there, and I was part of them. But that place, that whole. Let's talk about Davenport for that whole community.
I don't know that I've ever been to Davenport.
Dude, it's a bizarro.
What is it? Where is it?
It's over by Disney, and it's a gigantic community.
Oh, wait, that's where we stayed before, right?
Yeah.
It's Champions Gate area.
Champions Gate area, but
I like calling it Champions Gate because it sounds nicer. Davenport sounds like an old, sleepy town.
yeah, it is. But I'm talking about the tourism Champions Gate, gigantic mega communities of mega mansions that are Airbnbs and rentals for tourists, right?
Sure.
And it's bizarre because there's these huge communities.
And a lot of Bluetooth earpieces.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Seriously, there's a lot of bigger Latin men that wear Bluetooth earpieces. That's a style.
Yeah.
Nobody can convince me that's not a style.
Yeah. If you somehow were able to send out a high frequency sound to every Bluetooth earpiece, people will be knocking their thing. Falling down.
Yeah. It's all of Champions Gate.
So this whole community of like these huge, like good for nothing mansions, and I say that because the only thing they're really good for is tourists and their families.
It's like a whole community of MTV Real World houses.
yeah. It's like,
that's a good analogy, right?
We rented two houses back side by side. One was 9 bedrooms. One was 7 bedrooms.
Yeah, they're huge.
And they're just 2-story.
And they're affordable too. Like you could do it with your friends. It's completely affordable.
If you put someone in every room, it was $500 a couple. For 3 nights.
Well, it was a lot cheaper the last time we did it because we had a lot more people.
But this time the kids are older, so people want more rooms.
Sure,
you can't put your whole family in one bedroom.
You can't Wonka it.
But we had plenty of room, and if we would have stuck everybody in one house or whatever, it would have been like $100 a couple for 3 nights.
Yeah.
It was less than $50. It's insane.
Sam, it's actually decent for like a vacay, especially with families, because you bring all your food. You got a full kitchen,
but
you just cook it up.
Yeah. So it's perfect. And then apparently it's owned by a lot of Brazilians and Chinese. Like the Brazilians bought a bunch of these, and so did the Chinese apparently. And so a lot of foreigners had bought these houses for Airbnbs, and they just rent them out, and then they use them, and their friends and family or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to, because we saw some roaches. And then things are falling apart a little bit, and I wonder if it's a direct result with the fact that all you have is over and over 30 people, families staying in here. And of course, it's just like, you're not going to really, you follow the rules of the house that tells you like, hey, clean up and stuff. But it's everybody is like, my bathroom upstairs that we were using, it like the walls smelled like urine a little bit.
What?
Like it was baked in there.
Yeah, I pee in the walls. Whenever we stay there, I pee on the walls. And then I do this other thing where I take a poo and then I scoot like a dog on all of the carpet.
I'm just
I
saying.
just have to do it. It's my ritual.
And then there was like a roach crawling on the top of our car on the drive back, and Crystal was freaking out.
Yeah.
And I was
I
like,
had a roach on my car, and I've
Yeah.
never had a roach on my car in 45 years of living, or let's say 30 of driving. I've never had a roach.
and
I saw one on my car, and it freaked me the F out.
And the thing is, there's roaches everywhere. It's Florida, I understand, but it's like, how can you just have a family after family, like packed
You're
outside
making
by-
money, man.
No. But I'm just saying, without the house and everything becoming a little gross
Oh, it's gonna,
after
yeah.
10,000 people
Well, you
flowing through there.
maintain it.
And I think they try, but it's almost
Yeah.
impossible because you have people who don't give a damn.
They're coming and going same day. You know, like
Yeah,
you got to
yeah.
get the cleaner in there. You don't have time to get the repair guy in there.
Yeah. And there was repair guys like fixing the pool screen a little bit, but the next door, the house we were renting, like the pool turned green in the middle of it, and we were joking around.
In the
that-
middle of it.
Like in the middle of our stay, it kept turning more and more pee-pee yellow, and then we started with like swim in the other pool. Don't let the kids and it was just probably because like the pool pump is working 24 hours all day, every day, and
Yeah.
with so many people in there all the time, and it's a small little thing. I'm just saying it's like hard to maintain that kind of volume of people, right?
Well, I
And-
mean, you're going to
and
have to, or the whole thing's going to start falling apart, right?
Yeah, well,
and then
the-
you're going to have to knock it down and build a new one.
They're relatively new, and I say that they're probably like
05.
mid, 05.
They're about the same time my house was built,
yeah. But it's
you
like anyway. So
Like in the last 15 years.
and it doesn't make sense for the price because it is a good ass value, dude.
It
It's
is.
like it's crazy how inexpensive it is in a world where everything's so expensive.
Yeah, it's fun.
We were even looking. There's houses for sale in that neighborhood, and they were going for like $500,000. And then I was like, "That's
Less than the one in
way-
Castleberry.
Yeah, that's oddly cheap." And I'm like, "Why?"
Because there's probably nothing out there, right?
No. It's not for. It's just a
No,
rental.
it would be
You would buy
literally
it to
you'd be
rent.
buying it to invest.
Yeah,
Yes.
it would be an investment property. But even at $500,000, we started doing the math, and I was like, "It seems like a pretty like no brainer to buy one of these and just rent it out." Because we started doing the math of what we paid, and like we were like, even with association fees, and then like maybe you're paying a cleaning company, and we couldn't figure out like why are these so cheap. Because it seems like you go in with some people that got some money or whatever, and that thing is just sitting there making you money. I guess it's because there's no other value besides rental, so you're depending
Right.
on just rental
It's
income
specialized,
forever.
Yeah.
Although it would be funny if you moved in there and
Oh,
just
I'm
started
sure there-
living there. Like, it would be-
I bet you there are a few people that maybe did
I bet,
because
yeah.
like I'm not saying like right
I
now.
don't know, man.
But I think years ago when prices maybe were more economical, I could definitely see somebody doing that, especially if you worked out
You
there.
think someone lives there?
If you worked out there, yeah, I could see that. If you work at the theme parks or
Dude,
something, why not?
Every single neighbor is just tourists
Yeah, no,
or
I know.
vacationers, and believe me, and they party at night and get S-face, you know what I'm saying?
You know,
It's
when
like-
I was a little kid, I always wanted to be that old person that lived in a hotel. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, I'd
yeah.
see these old people or the old people, like anything. When I was a little kid, anything that wasn't a hotel but looked like a hotel was a hotel. So like condos to me were like hotels.
Yeah.
But then there were like these old people like in beach towns, like let's say like Daytona Beach Shores or something like that, where you'd have these condos that everything is a rental except for one old lady that's lived there for 65 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that I always wanted to be that old person.
It's fun.
I've always been obsessed with living a lonely, like seriously. I'm not trying to be funny here. I've always been obsessed with living a lonely, like
Hermit
little
lifestyle.
old man life.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
just
yeah.
living alone in a tiny little beach apartment with just internet and my TV and a bunch of little pee-pee dogs.
Something scares me about that. Like,
What about me doing it or you doing
No.
it?
Well, Tom
damn.
can't take care of himself, so that's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
he
yeah.
can't be
And
by
then I'd
himself.
shuffle out to the elevator. I'd go downstairs. I'd walk down the
It's good for
beach,
people watching, I guess.
yeah. It's all, but
sit on my balcony,
I'm
count seagulls.
Yeah. I'm terrified with like the existence of like just living to waste time. You're like, well, I gotta make it to the end, so I'll just waste some time till then.
Well, I mean, like, it depends on how you look at it, right?
know,
Like,
yeah.
is that wasting time?
You're right.
Or are you, enjoying your relaxation?
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
Tom
yeah.
doesn't know how to relax.
Exactly, I did that.
So,
I
you
need
You
to
got to
learn
get
'em.
some help with that.
Yeah,
That's going to kill you.
Yeah.
So you couldn't sit on a beach in a lounge chair
can't do it. do it. It gives me anxiety. It gives me
with a cold beer.
It gives me
reggae music.
A feeling of I gotta be doing something. I gotta get moving.
Time's running out.
So it's weird. I mean, maybe
that's some PTSD from your dad dying young. I'm telling you.
Maybe something like that. Although I look at it like at least
pretty accurate.
I'll utilize my time because time is going by fast in my mind. Maybe it is.
Yeah, but if you're constantly on the go and not relaxing,
then it goes by faster. I know.
Yeah.
That's it's perpetually.
And you're not actually enjoying your life.
Yeah. And
you're working hard so that you can afford to relax and do fun things.
I will never enjoy my life until I'm a little old man in an apartment.
In a condo by yourself.
Let's talk about that.
In a condo with a bunch of little PV dogs.
So the old man hermit condo lifestyle.
Well, dude, it goes back to my obsession with living under a bridge, living in a tent, living in the wood. Like, I like small space, like this room. If you walled that off and said, hey, we'll do the food drop every morning, you got internet, you got a bathroom in the corner, keep it clean, this is where you live for the rest of your days.
What do you do?
That's all right.
What, like you just
I'd read, I'd write music, I'd play music, you know.
Binge a Netflix show.
Yeah.
I don't know. That scares me. Like, oh my God, I need something to. What are you working towards? I don't know.
So
don't have to work.
But what
all
if you
time.
didn't have this? What would you do?
I just work towards
I think
something.
You'd go insane.
I figured out it's.
What if Tom went to jail just for a little bit?
He'd be buff.
Yeah, he'd probably just work out.
He'd dedicate himself to white supremacy and athletics.
What if we put him in the hole though? You can't
the
go
hole,
out.
yeah. I would never get in the
You
hole.
work
I'm
in
well
the
behaved.
hole.
I'm well behaved.
Yeah, he is well behaved.
I'm well behaved.
Even if some other dude is just pumping him good in the shower, he'd be like, it's fine, it's fine.
I'll do the taxes.
Put him in the hole. I didn't do nothing.
I'll do the warden's taxes. I'll do, then I'll start.
Will you though?
That's what's
you
called.
don't have to do your own taxes.
No. I don't actually mean like Shawshank. That's what I call a blowjob. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You know what? You're good. You got the goods.
Anyway,
see what he did there? He just bullied you, Sam.
I want to force Tom to be bored.
Let's
see what happens.
There is a weird thing
I'll
here
go crazy.
because my new thing lately, tell me if this fits the bill. My new thing lately that I love to do is when the kid, I was going to say the baby, when May's in bed and Andrea's calming down, if I'm showered or whatever, cleaned up, I'll get a couple of bubbly waters or like a beer or something, and I'll go up and I'll get my new acoustic guitar and I will sit and I will practice for a very long time until my fingers hurt.
That's fine because
and it's quiet and it's calm, but it is sedentary. It is repetitive.
That's fine. You're getting better at something.
Okay.
I accept that.
So you accept that. Okay,
I accept
good.
it because you are practicing playing a guitar, which is learning something, and you're getting better at it.
Reading music.
You get enjoyment out of that.
I do.
That's fine. I'm talking about like feeding the birds or like I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying?
Feeding the birds.
Like,
I think we can both scratch that one off.
I'm fine with I'm fine with go take a walk because I count that as an exercise. You're getting better at being healthier or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like and then so
1% better.
Yeah, just anything like that. I'm saying I have the problem with just the waste of time. Like puzzles, I hate.
But you're accomplishing something if you finish it, right? You're working towards it.
But he hates art so much.
Yeah, but are you accomplishing it so that you could display it somewhere as a piece of art or
Jenna and
something?
Jason glue theirs together.
Or that I kind of accept under the at least you're doing something with it.
Like a loophole.
For you just to make it, break it up, and put it back in the box, just to waste it. It's like killing time. I hate it.
I do feel like if you put the puzzle together, every piece, if you break it apart, you should throw it away.
Or donate it, yeah.
No,
someone else can do it.
I think there should be a finality here. I don't think it should carry on.
Dude, there's people.
And there's COVID out there now. Yeah, throw it away.
Yeah, there are people that just have figured out the best way to kill some time. You know what I'm saying? And my
wife does it by talking to me.
And listen, that works for people. And listen, if you could live like that and that makes you happy, go for it.
Does your wife do any time-killing activities?
Oh,
do your sons do any time-killing activities?
All they do is kill time.
Okay.
They drive me crazy.
All right. Now I see we're getting somewhere.
And my wife gets mad because I can't just relax, and just like
What would she
on a s-
like for you to like? If she painted the picture, if you asked her,
She just wants me to, like-
Crystal, what do you want me to do to like as a companion to you relaxing right now? What would she say?
She wants me to just kick my feet up on the couch with her and listen to some music on a lazy Sunday afternoon.
That's what Andrea and I do. A lot of that.
And then I can't do that. I have to go outside and mess with my plants and go out and start a project. I'm digging. I'm
You're slapping. I'm chopping.
My husband has a little bit
And
of
then
All
that.
right,
I'm
yeah,
like, walk
And I gotta force him to relax.
I think we're onto something here because I don't think either is wrong. I really don't. I'm just trying
It's
to.
a happy medium.
I'm just trying to understand like
so
his
much to
obsession
do.
and my obsession because there is an extreme difference. But for some reason, there's a weirdness that we meet in the middle because I know you understand. Like we understand each other, but we're completely different on that.
Yeah. And I'm not saying my way is right by any
neither,
means.
me
No
neither.
one should live like
Because
this.
I like yours. I like the. I think in a weird way, it's a little you know, be careful what you wish for sort of thing. Because I would prefer to have the energy. Like you seemingly have the energy to like constantly
I
do
don't know
stuff.
that he has the energy.
Maybe he doesn't.
I
Maybe
think he
he's just
forces it. He's
pushing.
tired all the
That's what
time.
my dad used to do, though. My dad.
Yeah, his heart's gonna give
Remember
out.
the doctor said that. No, my dad, you know, when he went to the hospital, the doctor said, we've never seen this much
And you
adrenaline
keep-
coursing through a man's
you
veins.
keep
It's the only thing
comparing
keeping
him-
him alive.
And you keep comparing him to your dad. He's your
They're
dad.
very similar.
No,
They're very similar.
You got to keep working. Keep your heart going. That's what's good for your heart. But
I heard beans were good for your heart.
Are they?
yeah.
No.
No.
Nice fiber. It's not for your heart.
Yeah,
but,
they're good for your Duke.
I remember back when beans used to be a health food, and now you got guys like Seth Petrozelli
well, there are carbs in them.
saying things. Oh yeah, you can't eat legumes. You
it's-
can't eat the beans.
It's the something or like the casing of the bean.
Oh, so you gotta uncase them
do-
and
well,
eat
it
'em?
I
doesn't
case my own
digest.
beans just like
Yeah.
everybody does with bullets.
So anyway, let's do an email.
All right.
I think that's what we
Yeah,
wanted
we
to
were
do.
supposed to do that.
Then
but
we started talking about creepiness.
Yeah, then we
and-
started talking about Butler being so creepy, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Where do we
yeah.
get with that? Still creepy? Still
Yeah,
creepy.
yeah.
Yeah, he's mild creep. Hey, y'all. You were talking about your lunch routines, and I was surprised that nobody other than Butler has daily leftovers. I am a leftovers guy every day. It's cost efficient and doesn't take time to go get and wait for. I
But
throw
it
it in the
stinks like mung.
I throw it in the toasty oven 20 minutes before I'm ready to eat and stink up half the lab
Yes.
with whatever yummy treats from the night before. It's become a game that everyone plays to guess what I'm eating. It's also healthy because we cook fresh every night, which keeps me looking 26. I'm 32 and all of 5'4", 120 pounds,
That's
and
great.
get carded for everything, even occasionally spray paint. I bring my lunch
wow.
most of the time too,
we got
but
our-
mine just doesn't stink up the studio like
We
his.
got leftover Larry over here. He's living his best life. Leftovers are gross.
120 pounds.
Daniel's
That's
never been into leftovers.
I'm not. I like food too much to appreciate. Like if the leftovers are really, really good, and I've been better this year. The pandemic actually taught me. You know, because my wife's like, she's like, we're not going out every day. I'm like, God, I can't eat this. But I learned to appreciate leftovers, to like heat them up correctly. A lot of the problems I was having with leftovers is proper reheating. And I've learned that oven and a stove go a long way.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the microwave can sometimes destroy things.
For sure.
So I've
but if
kinda-
that's all you got,
Yeah, I've moved away from the microwave.
but air fryer, toaster
Air fry,
oven,
yep, toaster
those
oven.
help.
Yeah, I'm better on leftovers, but I'm not a fan. I'm absolutely not a fan. I'm certainly not a
leftovers
fan of
all the
Butler's
time.
leftovers because
No.
whatever.
Well,
his,
what was it the other day? I mean, it smelled like straight
Fish.
up,
It's-
like tuna
it's
cat
fish,
food.
green beans.
yeah.
His wife rolls
Some
his
hot
beans
dogs.
in fish oil.
yeah. So, there's
Hot
some
dogs and fish.
There's something
Yeah,
mixed
it's
in
fish
there.
hot dogs rolled in fish oil on top of like quinoa, like farro,
Yeah.
squash, zucchini, and other assorted ancient grains.
A lot of ancient
And then
grains.
Yeah.
he drizzles a rotten balsamic fudge on top, and it's just horrible.
Yeah. And some form of nalgas, I think. Unless that means butt cheeks.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Oh, what's ants?
I don't know, but there's white supremacists banging on our windows right now. Did you start the race war, sir?
Hold on, what is ants again? One time my nanny, the best joke
Like
ever
the
told.
insect ants?
Yeah, in
Hormigas.
Spanish. Hormigas. That's it. So
I love Migos.
one time Crystal got in this health kick and she bought black rice. And have you ever eaten that?
I have.
It's disgusting.
You mean the one you got to soak, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
long grain.
Yeah.
Each rice grain is as long as a baton in the relay.
Yeah, and then Crystal made that, and then me and the nanny looked at each other, and then I said, "Order me, guys," and then she laughed and laughed.
Oh, you got her.
Oh, I got her good because she was making fun of Crystal's cooking, and she was like, "What the hell is this gringo garbage? Why are you eating jet black rice? It's gross."
Supposed to be bleached ass 70-pound bag of white rice.
Yeah. Or yellow, bright
Yeah,
yellow
with all the sodium.
Yeah.
Pump it.
Some peas in there.
There's
Anyway,
some carrots in there, a little flecks of tomatoes.
next email.
This is another one about Butler. Butler might have to come in here for this one.
Butler, get in here, buddy.
Hello, everyone.
We're having fun at your expense.
Could you please let Butler explain what he actually does for you guys?
Oh, no.
We know, quote, sales, but it seems like he's an errand boy. He's always at Publix running to get a fridge, on vacation, etc.
That's not true.
How
Why
dare
would you be so rude?
How
you know
dare
what?
you? You know what? Crumble this guy's email up
Throw it
and
on the
then
mic
Yeah.
and throw it across the room and say,
That's ridiculous.
get out of here.
That's ridiculous.
You are a horrible, mean person.
So, Butler, what do you do?
Welcome to the show, and your name is. Oh, my God. Dude. I had your, which mic are you on? Red mic. All right.
I don't know, man.
There you go.
Oh, you beat him down.
Here's
We've been getting him pretty good today.
Don't tell us. Tell us what you tell your wife. because we already know. And listen, Butler is valuable to T&D Media.
Indeed.
And he does a lot.
He does.
And he does a lot of different jobs that some other people may be like, well, I'm not doing that.
He also gets his big bob slapped around a lot. And he doesn't fuss about it.
Let me give a compliment to Butler because all we do is make fun of him.
Get your note cards out.
So one of Butler's best traits, and I've always said this, and it's something that other people should learn to do because I feel like there are people out there that say or may do a great job at work, but are horrible to be around because of their personality or their attitude or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've known these people.
And then and that sometimes is worse. Because it's like
you're setting my day up. Oh man, I know you're talking.
Because everybody has to go to work, and guess what? You're gonna have to go to work tomorrow, and then the next day and stuff. So sometimes it's good to be around a person that doesn't. You don't like. Oh God, I have to be in the room with this person, or I have to hear this person talk. Or whatever, and Butler's good about generally keeping fun.
He typically comes
goofy
bouncing in.
Yeah.
All I heard was I'm ramping up my Star Wars.
Yeah, no, you come bouncing in. And I like the
that.
bounce. Yeah, I gotta have it. I've worked in other environments where you get the person that comes in and they're mad. They're instantly they walk in and they're like, I dropped my coffee, and I'm like, oh my God.
Or you're just like, like you don't want to be around it. And like Butler generally has a good attitude.
He does,
and that's important when you're, especially if you're in a tight confined
We're
area.
in like basically the world's essiest submarine.
Yeah.
Tiny submarine.
So anyway, how do you describe your job to your wife?
To my wife, man. I don't really pull the curtain back.
I wouldn't either.
Does she ask like, hey, what did you
Don't
do
ask,
today?
don't tell. It's like the military.
How was your day today? What do you like?
Got some new clients today, baby.
Yeah, good line. I do that with my wife. I go, how was your day? Fully not caring.
And she's not gonna go. She's gonna be.
But
gonna
my
ask
wife
you about
knows.
which
Andrea
one.
knows. She'll go, it's fine. Like, you know what I know? You know what I mean? Like, she knows that I know her day was fine. And I know that to the untrained ear, that sounds heartless. But Andrea and I work so well together, and we love each other so much that she knows I don't care because she's so competent. I know her day went well.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's that move where I know like Crystal does to me where she is telling
wait a minute, I
me
thought we were talking to Butler. We shifted.
she gets into a particular work situation where she's like fired up about. Or they're telling me like,
I do
this
that
happened,
too.
or
I do that too.
and then I'm like, oh, this means something. Like I can tell by her voice inflection that she won't really is interested in telling me this, so I have to really
Pretend.
try to.
You do it to me now too. You take your phone and you'll hold it and you'll look. And you're like,
Yeah.
eyes on the phone, eyes to your eyes.
He's
Eyes
telling
on the
me
phone,
something.
eyes to your eyes. Eyes
Yeah.
on the phone,
I
eyes to
gotta
your eyes.
pretend like I'm listening to him.
Can I give you a compliment? It's
Yeah.
compliment day.
Yeah.
You have gotten better at that.
No, yeah. I'm trying to work on it.
I
It's
can see
hard.
it.
It's
I can see
because
it.
the stories are excruciating.
I know.
Because he sees it as a waste of time. See, we've
Crystal,
learned
I'm
something
like,
here.
this is none of my business. Why?
Don't care.
I think Crystal
Oh,
and
Jay.
I share a spicy gene, and we're sensitive, and Crystal is spicy sometimes, and she wants to call you just to tell you something that happened, and I don't. Sometimes I'm telling you something, and I don't even need you to weigh in on it, and you goddamn it, you weigh in on it, and I don't need your help. I just wanted to talk.
Just want to vent.
I just wanted to say something.
Yeah. I've tried to learn that over the years too, where
Yeah.
it's like they don't want you to
Solve the problem.
Solve the problem. It's so hard.
I'm right
because I'm like, why are you telling me a problem? Because that's what I want to do.
Well, normally when I tell him a problem and tell me if this is accurate, I'll tell you this, and you'll be like, well, wait a minute, that's not a problem. You're the problem. Because you're making it a problem. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to the Predators game.
Well, yeah, and that's not what you want to hear too. And I can understand that that's frustrating.
But no, I like it because normally you're right. And then I take the beat, and then
Yeah,
I step back, and then it's not a problem, and then I move on.
yeah, but that's not why you're telling me.
I'm telling you because I'm a sensitive baby.
Yeah, well, yeah, but that's what I need to give you back is emotion. Not I don't need to give you back.
What I really need is for you to
solutions.
do my taxes.
do the
The only reason I'm talking to you is like, please
He
do.
really needs his taxes done.
Please do my taxes. And that's what Butler was too. We
Yeah,
all
yeah.
just want our taxes done, man.
I know.
Even Sam,
We're all just
except
trying to
hers
get our
hers is a
taxes
different form. It's
Yeah.
I'll even pay late fees.
$10.99.
All right.
Where are we? Let's keep going. Let's power through.
Do
All
another.
right.
another email.
Hairstyles for men. Hey, show. Because of the pandemic, I quit giving a crap about how I look and haven't gotten a haircut in 15 months. I recently started going back into the office, and I figured it was time to get some sort of control over my hair. So I Googled long hairstyles for men. All of my search results came up with pictures of gorgeous men like Jason Momoa, Brad Pitt,
Yeah.
and Chris Helmsworth. I feel like if I, a baggy fatso, went into a barber and said, "Make me handsome," while brandishing a picture of Aquaman, the barber would laugh in my face.
Ham.
My question is this: how do you articulate to your barber that you want to be a handsome boy while having the body of Gru from Despicable Me?
Wait, Gru's tall and skinny.
Yeah.
Nah, he's got that big body with little legs. He's kind of like Tom.
How dare you? It's more Guru has got, and some of my friends have gotten this in their
Despicable
older age.
T.
Where they have a sunken bird chest with a giant duke,
Yeah.
like
it happens.
a big.
That's the beer belly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
beer.
a big beer belly duke.
It's your testosterone lowering and your beer increasing. I
Yeah.
think.
See, my pancakes will never allow that to happen.
Yeah, no.
I don't think you could pull off long hair as a bigger gentleman, right? It's not
I'm trying
a
to
good
grow my
look,
hair
right?
out now, and I'm probably going to
Juan does it well.
Juan does it. You know
Juan
what? I'm
does it
taking it back.
well.
Juan does
And Chris
it.
Crespo has
Yeah,
luxurious
yeah.
But
Chris
only
Crespo.
because you've known them that way for forever.
You have to be Latin, right?
Ooh,
You
good
might be onto
point.
something.
You
You might be
cannot
onto
be a
something.
gringo chungus.
I'm trying to think of a white guy with
Undertaker.
long hair. A fat white guy with long hair. Not fat, though. Dude,
Yeah,
a little
he's-
bit of a duke,
yeah,
but
he's a
HGH.
muscle
He's,
duke,
yeah,
yeah.
he's fine.
Like
Long hair, long hair, long hair.
Like you go
got
a
nothing.
meatloaf, right?
He cut his hair.
Yeah, he cut his hair.
But I'm saying back in the late 80s and
Kind
90s.
of worked for him, though.
It did.
Bruce Valanche.
Yeah, but he's got like that bob.
With the
bangs.
But no- but no-
Mary Lou Retton.
You know what? Get the Bruce Valanche. I'm with it. Bring it back.
I want
No
to
one
grow my
called-
hair, but I'm still in the process of losing weight, and I'm gonna have to lose more weight if I want long hair.
No, you're gonna be mini Bruce.
With the glasses, too.
Yeah, I'll buy them.
Mini
I'll buy them Hollywood Squares. Here I come.
Lanch.
Mini Blanche. Then I'm just on Golden Girls.
So I don't think you can pull off long hair as a white dude. Because you're right, Juan, Chris Crespo, I know that, a Latin dude can pull it off.
But we've also known them with that hair.
If you have like more of like a shag, like a Jack Black, maybe you could pull it off. Not super long.
Yeah, just like
Yeah, but Jack Black has the features that like dark features, which I think you need because
And he's not baggy, Chungus.
he's tight fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like you know what? That's like heart attack fat. I'm serious. I'm saying that with love, like because I really
it looks better, way less healthy.
It does look better, but it looks tight, and it almost looks as if it looks as if you were on your roof and you just like because he wears a Speedo a lot in his new videos. I love his Jables gaming on YouTube. Check it out; it's really funny, and he's I think he and his kid.
Ooh, someone brought up, and I can't believe we forgot because his hair is longer than ever. Ross.
Yeah, he's got those beautiful willies.
Don't say beautiful.
See, there you go with the creeping again.
See, he
man.
didn't even mean it that way, but it comes out that way.
Yeah, it does. But Jack Black's got
Willie
that
Nelson
tight
braids.
fat where it looks like if he rolled up his roof and he were nude and he like fell on like a dowel rod or something, that he would explode like a tight balloon. It's very tight.
Yeah, you fat packed your heart, bro. It's too you packed it.
Can
too
you
tight.
loosen it? Can you still stay fat and loosen that?
No, I think
You'd have to lose weight then. There's
Yeah.
no way to
Yeah,
get loose
the
fat.
extra skin. Yeah.
Because loose fat does look better on people's bodies for living than tight fat.
I think the tight fat is worse.
I think that's your heart trying to push your skin off your body.
Because there's what's the fat that's in your Duke?
Big Tim. Dude, somebody in the chat room nailed it. Big Tim's got beautiful
Yeah, he
long
does.
hair, but red
hair, yeah.
That's the
He looks like the
exception.
Cowardly Lion from The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's why he can pull it off.
And his skin looks better now. I think he's drinking. He's lost a lot of weight. He looks great.
Yeah.
And also there's that thing where if you go to your barber with some sort of
Don't
picture,
go with that picture.
It's-
And don't
come
pull
on,
it
it's
up on your
embarrassing.
phone either. Don't do that.
Yeah. Just
give me what I deserve when you sit in the chair. Just like, give me what I deserve.
you're right. You're right.
What am I? You look at me. If
Yeah.
I'm a 5, just give me the 5. If
Yeah,
I'm an
yeah.
8, okay, thank
well,
you.
what did you start saying, Tom, when you eventually got rid of your...
You know, I was thinking
I didn't
about
say
that.
anything.
You know, I was
Dodo
thinking
haircut.
about that the other day. and
You
I
gave me
think
what I deserve. I literally said, "Give me what I deserve." I'm not even going to tell you what to give me.
was thinking about this 2 days ago. I was on the toilet, and I think I deserve a lot more credit for fixing his hair. I don't think
I
anybody
agree.
that listens to
Find
the
the-
show,
find the
you
picture.
included, everybody around here. I don't think anybody's given me.
Find the worst.
That was my lifelong project. There's no way I
years.
could
It
pull
took
it up.
years.
Because the worst is with me
And Joe Coy.
It's in the bathroom.
and
Yeah,
Jeff
it is.
Coy.
But it's glued there. So I'm
Yeah.
like,
Oh, is it glued?
Travis, go take a picture and then come show it on
Yeah.
the camera
Or
because
just text it to me and I can pull it up.
then there's one with me and my wife at Turkey Leg's wedding that's real bad too.
And you
But
saw the pictures, you knew. You just didn't care.
He didn't care then.
I didn't care. Well, I almost thought there was no helping me. Like it was like I couldn't think of a time I would ever brush my hair every morning and put product in, and I thought I was like, I was it was a time in my life where I was so
At that point, if you did truly feel that way, why didn't you just shave it?
because I looked worse with
Oh,
a shaved head,
okay.
because I was bigger as well, and I don't know why. It was almost like I didn't think it mattered, and maybe.
But we made fun of you endlessly.
I mean, you didn't do a good enough job. I blame you guys.
Oh, how dare you.
Because
Oh man, I railed on you all the time. I was like, "Look at your hair. Look how gross you
Look
look."
like a D
I
head.
was like, your
I know.
head shaped
Called
like
it the
a
muffalata.
I guess I just didn't care.
You didn't care at
It's hard to
all.
hurt my feelings. I don't have my feelings, so. It's
Oh,
just
Butler
like,
got it. Did you text it to me?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
buddy, let me see. I'll open this up there.
It's so bad that
it's in the group chat.
I blame my wife. I blame everybody around me. You guys.
No self-accountability.
Because you made jokes on the show, but you didn't tell it to me seriously. Like,
Because we're like you. We get awkward. We don't want to get too serious off air. Then you might feel bad about yourself.
What would you have
But
said
you
if
know I don't
if
feel bad.
pulled you aside and go, "Hey, buddy,
For real.
Uh,
You're making me embarrassed
on the
now.
real though, your hair's gross." Like you would. I don't know. I don't know if you
you
would
could have said like, hey,
Dude, it looks
it's-
bad.
It's not good for our business. Maybe that's you had to phrase it like that because to me, I thought maybe because I'll lean into things. No, that's not even the worst. Which is the one that it was straight up? Was it me standing next to Grandma Lee? Or was,
No, you know who it was? It was.
that's not even that
Yeah,
bad.
that's not even that bad. I'm not
What's her
pulling that
name?
one. out.
Raskub? I can't remember her last name.
Oh,
the-
Mary Lynn
That's what
Rice
it was.
Cup.
That's who it was. 'Cause I
Yeah.
think she looked like she was very uncomfortable next to you.
Yeah, that was the real bad one. It was like, oh my God, bro, your hair is horrible.
I can't spell her
It's-
last name.
It's so bad.
Raskub.
Dude, And that was what they gave me when I went to other, like, just...
Oh, my God.
There it is. There it is. And look at her. Look at her. She's like, ooh.
This is better than ever.
You look like you have a hematoma under there.
Doctor.
It looks like you can remove it.
I have to
Tony doctored that.
No.
Something
No,
happened.
that is
No,
real.
this is legit.
No,
Holy Christ on a bike.
What is going on?
I gotta go in here and find this. This is, dude. It's
See, that's where I blame all you guys, because you should have said, like, hey, even before I took the picture, you should have said,
God, dude.
hey, fix your hair, man.
I'm pretty sure I told you that multiple times.
Yeah, maybe I just didn't care. I
I think you actually did fix that because it was poofed to one side because of how you wear your headphones.
That's a nice
What?
healthy weight on you.
You look wasted.
what is that? What is happening right here?
That's a fat drunk kid.
I look like that guy from Lord of the Rings, too.
You got spinach on your
I
chin
look
there.
like old Samwise.
You look in this photo, and you
I'll
can,
be
you
a
can
Sam.
see this on YouTube. Just search Tom and Dan Live, or we're live on Twitch right now. Twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live. This is the single funniest. Like this is.
Look like Samwise's brother, Hamwise Ganji.
Oh, ham
And then, why? Look at that. That's bad, man. That's real bad. It looks like a Lego hair, but it's bad. Anyway.
Yeah,
I'm
that
glad-
that is your Twitch emote on Twitch.
You know-
someone used
Oh,
that
that's
picture.
Juan. That's Juan. You
That
just
is
gave him a
Juan.
compliment, and Juan
Yeah.
said, "Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll take the worst picture."
He's
of
still
Tom."
mad about Ari
Oh,
Spears, though.
They took the fattest picture of me where I wore your grandfather's Hooter Patrol hat.
Yeah.
And I wore that with a mustache. I'm fat as hell with a mustache. And then Juan took that. He's like, "Yep, that's the emote."
Yeah. He's bullying us for
He
sure.
is,
Yeah.
he is.
So, a lot of that is the past. Some of that is the Dr. Phillips. We'll make you produce our entire show for the old
Yep,
time.
you're right. You're right.
We're like, "Here's a laptop. Do it."
Leave while COVID zombies chase you.
Oh,
That happened. Anyway,
Yeah, we're
oh,
done.
bye.
welcome back to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
We are smack dab in the middle of your emails, and we are going to continue. Samantha.
All right. Tom is killing me. To whom it may concern, I drive a bus for a rodent here in town. Because of Tom rooting himself into my brain, now when my guests are departing on my bus and they say goodbye to me, I catch myself giving them the bye-bye, and immediately after I realize I sound like a crazy person. It's now an automatic reaction that I can't stop. When will the madness end? Thanks for you all for everything, and keep up the mediocre work.
I'm just going to
Bye-bye.
say it. I had it saved for a Friday free show in my phone. The last time my wife and I engaged in adult activities, when she was disengaging from the refueling vessel to go to the restroom, I said, bye-bye.
Yeah.
And we both laughed, and I was embarrassed.
I think if you are in a job or a business where you have to say the same thing over and over to people a lot of times, you have to have a generic, like, go-to sound so that you don't have to think about this. Because imagine everybody, like, greeting people if you are a flight attendant on an airline or whatever. Like, it's too much work to individually, like, look at a person and, like, oh, hey, how you doing? Like, engage with everything. You just do a, how you doing? Hi, how you doing? Hi. You know, like,
Oh,
you
I
get
thought
it.
you were being slightly racist towards Native Americans right there.
And as people get off the bus and people are saying bye or whatever, you have to have just a
I like it when they don't say
generic
anything.
bye-bye.
I like it when
Same.
my Uber driver, I get in, he doesn't say anything. I get out, he doesn't say anything. I like it just...
Well, no,
I like a nameless, faceless ghoul.
if you say thank you when you get out. Like, I usually thank my Uber driver. I'm like, hey, thanks.
Yeah, I'll say thank you.
And then they have to say something, but you just have a chamber.
a nod is
thank
okay.
you.
I'm okay with a nod. Look at
Yeah.
like a bro nod.
You can get away with a bro nod, but and that's kind of like the chambered reaction. I'm just saying that a good chambered bye is good for a lot of occasions, and it doesn't take any thought. And if someone says bye to you, bye. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I think
It's a little childish the way we say it, though.
Yeah.
Most people, I think, would just be like, bye, or bye,
Yeah, but I
or
think
later. I do a lot of laters. I'll say that here. I'll be like, later, guys.
the staccato bye. is fun to say.
Bop, bop. Bop, diddly, bop, bop, bop.
Anyway,
I do the long, drawn-out bye at the end of my shows.
I'm glad I'm driving this gentleman crazy. I'm driving my wife crazy, and my kids crazy. And Daniel crazy, Samantha crazy. I'm not driving Butler crazy. He's driving me crazy.
Yes.
So that's where the cycle's broken, and then it goes on from Butler. He's driving his wife crazy, and then there's a lot of other people. Anyway,
Newsflash, I've been crazy. Double crazy.
This one says, bad driving and public shame. Hey, Sam, I have a story for Tom and Dan if you care to use it. I was driving to work one
write him
day.
back. No.
They do not want to use this. I was driving to work one day in a cheap spray-painted white 90 Miata convertible. I will preface that I never really wanted a little car like this, but it was cheap, and being a manual transmission, it can be a lot of fun to drive. Anyways, I'm leaving my neighborhood one day, minding my own business, and I pulled up to a traffic light. It's early in the morning, and I really wasn't paying attention to anything or anyone around me. A salty old Florida man who was likely in his late 50s, but looked more like 70-ish, pulls up beside me and can tell he wants to say something to me. I turn down the radio and proceed to listen to this dumb old man suggest that I was driving too fast through the neighborhood and that I needed to slow down. He goes on and on about his grandkids' play outside and kind of let me have it. In Tom-like fashion, I cowered away from the unexpected confrontation and politely said, "Yes, sir, I'll slow down." After being dressed down by this dude, I started to think to myself, I wasn't even speeding. As a matter of fact, I consciously never speed in this area because I have 2 kids of my own and I hate it when I see people zipping along 15 over in a 25 mile per hour zone. I started to stew quietly in my own head. Screw this old man, right? I don't answer to him. He's not the law or any authority to me. That's it. I had to say something back. Dan's personality takes over.
Yeah, I would say something back.
I pulled up next to him and politely got his attention. "Excuse me, sir," I said. The second he looks back, I raise my voice and very arrogantly exclaim, "I'll do whatever the F I want."
Yeah, that's what I would have
Followed
said.
by speeding away with the car revved as high as it could go. I sped right through the left turn signal and never thought to slow down. I was in the middle of showing this old man how I felt about him and realized I am no longer in control of this car. I proceeded to spin around 360 and come to an abrupt stop.
Yes. Awesome. It's so good.
The car-
Oh, I almost want you to read this from the beginning again. Oh, that's so good. Did anybody else feel that? God, that felt good.
The car died in the middle of the intersection, and I was literally
sold.
inches away from going under another vehicle's bumper.
Yes.
I was so shaky scared and unbelievably embarrassed.
Shaky scared. I know shaky scared.
Meanwhile, the old man is laughing hysterically and so very hat-coughingly loud at my misfortune. I could basically smell the 305s he most likely chain smokes in the living room while silently killing his beloved grandchildren he meant to protect. Can you tell I'm still spicy when it comes to this dude? I timidly restart the car and weakly flick him off.
a little.
Then, tail beneath my legs, I proceed to work. I hate how this went down, and I will never let anyone get to me as he did. I had pictured myself drifting around the corner as to stick it to him. Instead, I damn near hurt someone and myself in the process, as he predicted. What would you have done in this situation? I love your show, by the way. Y'all are the best, and I should give you more monies as a BDM, but I'll cheaply stick to the $2.95 or whatever it is.
Hey, do whatever works for you. It's fine. You're listening, and you're writing, and you're participating. We
I
appreciate
could feel
it.
this whole process.
Do we have a category for the awards of email of the year? Because that's a great email.
pretty good.
And well done. You're a good writer. I had tears in my eyes. There's really not much I enjoy more than the retaliation going
Like, at
wrong.
first, you try and get away from the confrontation, and then
Yeah.
you get in your own head about it, and you're like, no, screw this guy. I was in the right. And then you try and stick it to him.
I'll reveal something to you guys that I probably haven't talked about here, but I've had many of these altercations where you're trying to one-up somebody who one-upped you, and a good 75% of them go exactly like this.
Yeah.
Where they don't work out. Because you get too... You get a little... You let the anger take over, and it's not...
Yeah.
It's like a flash of anger. It's not even real anger. There's really nothing here to be angry about.
And have you seen, there's tons of videos that, like compilation videos of people like either... I've seen this one before where...
Why are you in the left lane? They pull over in the right lane. They're filming you. You're filming them. They're flicking you off, and then they smash into a deer.
Oh, no, just crash into a parked car.
Oh, yeah.
Or traffic that's in front of them.
Thousands of videos.
Or the video of the Mustang, the old man on the Mustang, peeling out like to show off, and then he gets squirrely and crashes straight into the guardrail.
Are these the new car ones? Because I can't watch those.
Yeah,
Andrea pulls these up on Kook Slams, where it's like the guy that just bought a brand new mid-engine Corvette. And he's showing off but doesn't know how to drive it. He dumps the clutch and rides it into a tree.
Yeah, because
it's like a $65,000 automobile.
Because there's that move where the car has so much horsepower that once it starts getting sideways, back to back, you're not a professional driver, so you have no idea what to do.
Well, you probably should let off the gas.
So I think I think you have to. I think by letting off the gas, it almost makes it worse because then the tires grab and jerk you to one side. There probably a professional driver will tell you how to not do this. But anyway, these old men don't know how to do it. They crash or like. I've seen the one where there's a bunch of like teens or old teens in the back of a truck and they're like at the beach and they're like yelling in the back, spitting on the other, whatever. And then something happens where they flip, they all fly.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like all
it's the karma crash.
Oh yeah. Like I think karma videos are huge on the internet, but the most embarrassing for the person that did the inappropriate, like flick the old man out, scream, and then peel out to try to prove a point, and then you spin around and you break down. It's like, it's
inevitable.
The funniest and most embarrassing for that person of all time. That's what makes it hilarious.
And also, it's very weird that 100% of the time when you're watching these compilations Tom is talking about, you will encounter the video of the motorcyclist. I believe he's Russian, who gets rear-ended and then flies through the air and then lands like Spider-Man on top of the car in front of him.
Yeah. That is just like an accident. That's like a freak.
It's a freak, but that video's always in there.
You know what videos that like literally make my taint hurt is
the
videos of the people narrowly escaping death.
Yes.
Oh yeah, a lot
like
of
near miss type
Asian
situation.
train, and it's always a mom with a bassinet, like pushing it across the street.
It's like people or something like there's someone walking down the street and a pane, like a window pane from some skyscraper falls, but it touches the bill of their hat and explodes on the ground, and you're like, oh my god, that guy was almost instantly killed, or the tire that comes off the car.
How many times do you think he had to do that to get it?
or you see the person like he's minding his own business and a car crash happens and the car comes spinning on fire and then he does that woo and then it's it narrowly misses him and you're like, man, that was close, buddy.
That's called Every Tuesday for Florida Highway Patrol. Have you seen those?
Oh,
it's
yeah.
And they always have their cowboy. By the way, that is the best cop hat you can have is the Highway Patrol cowboy. I love that hat.
It's not quite a cowboy, though. It's almost like a Dudley Do-Right situation.
It's like a Mountie.
Yeah.
But those guys are constantly tires like wheezing through their legs, or 18-wheelers. They're like ducking and they're like flying over their
head. Or
head.
you're supposed to get over.
Or the texting person that it flies by at 90 and clips him with his rear view mirror or a side view mirror. And you're like, why do they even do this still? It seems not worth someone's life to give someone a speeding ticket, right?
I agree.
Oh, just stand on the side of the road? No, dude.
My husband agrees too. They gave him one last week.
Yesterday.
There's got to be other more safe ways to control speeding, and don't put the cop's life at risk by having them stand at the side of the road.
Oh man,
make them quotas.
People do some weird stuff. I saw a guy on I-4 yesterday trying to change a tire, and his head was basically on the right side yellow line, and I'm like, bro. Like, I wanted to, pull over myself and then, or call Star FHP or whatever and be like, yo, if you're going to change your tire on I-4, and it's going to have to happen at some point for some people, but you need to get your vehicle off the shoulder, and you can't be that close to the edge. You're going to get killed, man. It's especially I-4.
Dude, and not to be overly safe old man, but I'm still surprised that all the cyclists take many chances on busy roads, because I'll still see them on
Peloton Danny.
Busier roads by themselves, and then we'll be whizzing by,
zipping.
and cars are whizzing by them, and I'm like, man, how are you so flippant about taking such a chance with...
Remember when that teenage girl hit the sheriff? That was riding his bike?
Yeah.
Everybody's on their phone.
That's exactly what she was doing.
Let me ask you guys a
and
safety
you're
question.
not scared that someone's just gonna nail you from behind?
I'm scared in my car that people are gonna run into me.
Oh, every time
there's terrible drivers in Florida.
If I'm at a stoplight, I will look at my rearview mirror expecting to see someone just texting and coming full speed. I'm like, I'll wait for it. I always think to myself, I'm gonna push my head against my headrest and then
yeah.
And push your feet on the floor.
yeah.
Plank.
I was like, I mean, something. What
Try
are
and
you
stop
going to
the
do?
You know what
whiplash.
happened to Dan Stone on his motorcycle?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, like somebody just on their phone and they just, and they were going slow. Doesn't matter on a motorcycle.
Oh, yeah.
They just rolled right through his bike, pushed it all to pieces. He fell off.
Yeah.
I mean, if they keep going, they're just crushing between the cars.
Yeah, run you
Yeah.
over. Dude, my stepdad's buddy that he worked with, like he finally retired from work as like work construction his whole life, bought a brand new his dream motorcycle, and then something like the same week was sitting at a stoplight
No.
and was hit by a young person on their phone, full speed and dead.
That's like the.
And it's like, man,
Yeah, you get hit more often or not just sitting at lights. Let me ask you guys a safety question real quick before we get up against the break. I was riding this morning, going to get coffee, and we have these Lime scooters. I think most big cities have these Lime scooters in them now. Ladies riding them. There is a bike lane. That's a motorized vehicle, though. I think she felt the need to she's riding in the road.
yeah. She's probably following the letter of the law.
But I say no. I say bike
risking
lane.
your
There's
life,
no
who
bikes.
cares?
There's
I
no
gotta be
bikes in
honest.
the bike lane.
It's very vague with those, right?
Right?
Because some of them tell you that you are not supposed to ride
Yeah.
them on sidewalks.
Correct.
But then cops will yell at you like they did Butler and Seth and tell you to get out of the street. So it's like
'Cause they're
nobody
trying
knows
to-
what to do.
All right, let's
yeah,
do this
yeah.
like we do the mask thing. We should have like somebody should be
gotta
the
be a
guy.
standard.
Yeah, there's got to be a guy that says, "Look, this is the thing. Those are small. You're gonna die instantly if you get touched by a car. Keep it. If there's bikes, of course, you let the bikes. It's a bike lane. Be courteous, but share it, right? Mm-hmm. And you're faster than the bikes because it's a motorized vehicle. So you be mindful, but just ride in the bike lane, right? That sounds like what people should do. But
Yeah.
I don't think that's accurate.
Listen,
Yeah.
save your life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, like, if you
Do
ride,
it safest.
you ride on 436 on
Yeah.
the side, and with one of those Lime scooters, you are taking an insane risk for your life. You probably just take the ticket that you could get on the sidewalk, or whatever, or just stay away from busy roads because, man, you're just gonna get hit and killed easily.
It's just hard for me.
You
to
don't have a
believe-
helmet. You're not riding around
Yeah,
with a
she
helmet.
didn't have a helmet
And
on.
honestly, a helmet. If someone hits you at 40 on one of those Lime scooters, I mean, you may want to just opt for death
I
because
just
you're going to
don't-
be sliding across the road. I mean, horribly. You're never going to be the
I
same.
just don't know how people are thinking anymore because she didn't have a helmet on, but she did have a mask on and no one was around her. So she's seriously.
Yeah.
So she's riding her Lime scooter in the road with a mask on. Okay, I get it. We're all trying to figure this out, right? I'm not an expert on
that's
this.
stupid.
That is stupid, right?
That's
Like,
stupid.
At least wear
she
a
has,
helmet.
She has no concept of probability, odds,
I hope
how
this isn't a
dangerous
listener
something is.
that I'm talking about that saw
No,
my
no.
car. It's like, hey, BDM.
Yeah, right.
Listen, do what you want. It's not going to hurt the driver. You're just going to be killed or horribly injured. You're never going to be the same.
CMDR Slush says, here in San Francisco, it is a bike lane. So I guess
Okay.
checking in from California, they encourage you to scoot in the bike lane. I agree with that. I just wish there'd like somebody would say. It feels like there's
It's
like
all over the place.
we're just lacking I need a real big blanket
They
statement.
just dropped, and there's multiple different scooter companies too, and they all say something different. So it's like nobody knows what to do.
What happened? Things are happening too fast. So our entire system is made so it's hard to change laws and rules, which is
Right,
good.
it's good.
But
because
also, people don't know the laws and rules. That's the other.
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Because people don't care about
That's
the
right.
laws
Yeah,
and rules.
But also it's like there's never been an instance where we need to write a law about a electric scooter type vehicle, whether or not that is you're allowed to ride that on the sidewalk. Technically, the law is you're not allowed to ride a bicycle on the sidewalk. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
correct.
And then it goes to somewhere in the law, and that's how like the one wheel nerds are like arguing like it's an electric assisted vehicle. You know what I'm saying? Because there is a lot of laws that have been written because they're old. There's like any electric vehicle is allowed to ride on the sidewalk. They meant a wheelchair and stuff,
Yeah.
but now there's 10 million electric vehicles.
What's weird
that-
though is I'm okay with wheelchairs riding on the sidewalk or like people in
Of
wheelchairs
course.
should be able to go everywhere.
But
Yeah.
I'm fine with anybody riding on the sidewalk as long as you're not bothering a bunch of
Correct.
pedestrians. Like if the sidewalk
What about
is,
horse?
if the sidewalk is empty,
Yeah, I'm okay with horse if no one's there.
be safe for yourself.
If there are people
You gotta
walking
cl-
on the sidewalk.
Well, then a horse can go around.
Yeah. Like
they won't.
Well, I'm just saying, it's like
You scared of horses?
every
Yeah, they're
situation.
mean as hell.
He's not gonna lean over to start biting
No,
your
but,
teeth.
but it's also like it's a sidewalk. I'm walking now. I got to get off the sidewalk.
Hold on.
Oh, don't
Isn't
put
a
it-
horse
oh.
isn't a horse considered a vehicle?
I
Don't put
hate
any horses on grandma's sidewalks. I like that.
Hold on.
You know what? Dig in on
Like,
this.
yeah,
I like
I'm
that-
going all in.
I like
Samantha,
that
no horses on Orlando sidewalks.
You know where this comes from?
When do you ever
She
see
went
a horse?
on-
I
She
did
went
last
in the-
week. It was cops too on the horses, and I was like,
She
"This is
went-
not legal, is it?"
She went to the Bahamas and did like a horse tour, and the horse pooped all over her calves.
yeah.
And almost bit me. Yeah.
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 It's Turks and
She had, a
Was
Caicos.
bad, she had
was
Turks
that-
and Caicos. She had a bad experience, and she's anti-horse now. You know what?
I've always been anti-horse. I didn't
I'm-
want to get on that damn horse in the first place.
I am pro-horse, but I support your hate.
Thank you.
You know what? We need to get a listener who has some horses, and we need to do a horse cast.
Rebecca has
I'm
horses.
not
My
getting
friend
on a
Rebecca.
horse again in my
And
life.
then
My friend Rebecca has like champion horses. We can go out there and ride her horse.
And let's go. We'll put our lapel mics on, and then we'll
dress
go,
as cowboys.
We'll ride us some horses.
You guys can be the cowboy boys.
And then then
Yes.
Samantha can like actually enjoy
Have
a
a
nice.
We'll start you off on a wagon, and then we'll move you to a pony.
Because if the horse, maybe it's because the Bahamian tourist horses.
Those
they-
aren't horses.
They're whipping them good, and they're
Those are like big dogs.
I don't.
Yeah.
I also don't. I don't like riding a horse. Like it doesn't seem fair to ride the horse.
Yeah, but
That's
we
not
want to
for me,
see
guys.
you ride a horse.
If you-
It's
I know
about
why you
us.
want to see me ride
It's
a
about
horse.
us.
If you talk to any horseman,
Well, of course they're gonna say it's
they say they love it. They like
Uh-huh.
it. They need to be
fine.
ridden.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
have something ride your back and see how you like it.
So, well, they say they are born to be ridden.
No, that's
They-
not true.
They they like
Yeah.
it.
Maybe they were born to ride.
they enjoy it,
Live to ride, ride to live.
and also they're so strong.
Save a horse.
No fat chicks.
Ride a cowboy.
It's like the equivalent of tiny lizard on my back. They can't even tell. It's like
yeah, as you kick it in their ribs so that they walk faster.
I don't
No
kick it in their
thanks.
ribs. I use that whip thing, and I
I
whip its
don't want to do
eyes.
that either.
I whip it around the face area in the jaw.
and
None of it is for me.
I have spurs. I stab them.
Yeah, I want
in the
spurs.
haunches though.
I want spurs.
Yeah,
Get them for your Crocs.
Yeah, they have Croc spurs.
They do.
No,
They
come on.
do.
What would you do if I started wearing
No,
get Croc
I'll
spurs?
kick them off.
Amazon me some Croc spurs.
Okay.
No, I'll kick them right off.
They got light up Croc spurs.
If I see that and you walk by me, I'm gonna kick them off.
I'll stab your flank. I will wait till you fall asleep. I'll jump on your
Cut his
back.
Achilles.
I will wear my Crocs nude. I will jump on your back and start spurring your flanks.
No, for sure they're rubber. They're not actual like.
They're light up metal Croc spurs.
They're metal.
Razors.
No, come on,
Razor.
No.
With little LEDs.
Croc spurs or Croc balls? What's cooler?
Okay, the spurs are cooler. The are you talking about the
Like
the
truck
truck
nuts?
nuts?
Yeah.
Truck nuts,
That's
yeah,
stupid.
Croc balls.
I seen some BDM put that up there. That don't put that on your shoes. Like that's
Neil already wearing Croc balls.
it's inappropriate for everybody, and adults are gonna look at
We
you
did
like,
magnet shaped
what are
like
you,
it.
Kenny
now,
Powers?
Now suddenly it's inappropriate.
Well, that's a joke.
Well, this is a joke.
Yeah, but it's like that one.
You and your
actually
sons
has-
would be offended. Your sons would love it. They've got little,
No, it has like
Yeah.
veins and like wrinkles.
it's got a natural sag.
Yeah, ours are just novelty cartoon shape.
Okay.
When you have veins and wrinkles.
Veins do make it weirder.
Yeah, then you're like, come on. There's just a shape you could get away with, I think, because you could be like,
Wow,
you
at
know,
least that's
this
what we
is a-
tell ourselves.
This is a long butt.
It is a long boat.
Anyway, all right.
Oh, bye-bye.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We are going to dance into your voicemails. Not really. I'm going to open the folder and dig them out. I was trying to be vivid in my, my audio sort of explanation of what we're doing here, and I said we're going to dance into it. I felt stupid.
Yeah. That was stupid.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like it when you call me on my BS. All right, here we go. First one. Oh, God! God damn it! God!
What is that?
No, it's my music.
Your old man.
I wasn't
Jazz.
ready. I wasn't ready. Like, sorry. My iPod.
Tom and Dan and Sam and Trev. Hey guys, it's your resident game show expert Kenny. Listening to you guys on a corporate time talking about prize money and such. According to the FCC standards and practices, any advertised prize money must be the actual amount that they give you. Now, if it's a streaming show or whatever, there's technically no regulations to that. But if a regular TV show is saying that the prize is $100,000, the prize must be $100,000. So that's just a little bit of a inside info on that. And then also when it comes to the prize money, the reason it's so high, it's not necessarily to try to tempt people to be on the show. You're right. They're going to get people on the show. people will want to watch it if the stakes are higher. If Holy Moly only gave away $5,000 to the winner, not as many people would get hyped up or care about, who's necessarily winning. All right, hopefully that provides some clarity. Love you guys. Bye.
Yeah, but I feel like half the time when you watch it, like, we didn't know. We had to, go and find out how much money. Does anyone really know how much money each person wins on each game? Who cares, right?
The flaw in what
You're not winning it.
The flaw in what Kenny's saying, and it may be not a flaw because he's always accurate.
He knows.
He's always accurate with his information, but maybe where his kind of argument for people will not get, I think he used the term hyped up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever, except for maybe Weakest Link or Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, I don't think, or Deal or No Deal. That was when I was hyped up. But it only took 3 shows, I think the 3 I named, for me to not care after that point.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
But there's a thing where psychologically, as a viewer, there has to be a prize amount that makes this all seem worth it.
It's probably subconscious at this point. It'd be like if I heard $5,000, subconsciously I would not be interested. But if I heard $1 million, subconsciously I'm pulled in a little more. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, because you're interested in the person either winning this money, and then because if it's not a life-changing amount of money, you're just like, what is this all for? Even though the contestants would still do it just to be on TV, because that's what they're really doing
but
it
what
for.
ruined it for me is that, like, now, especially Holy Moly, because they kind of embrace it, is that all of the people on the show, I can tell, are entertainers and actors. They all have agents. They're all being cast.
Yeah.
They're all in a pool of interesting people because most of these actors are pretty interesting people.
Yeah.
There's a reason that Kim Jong is on every show. He's an interesting guy. Like him or not, doesn't matter. It's just the guy does a lot of different stuff.
We need to talk to Juan, because you just brought up a thing.
He doesn't talk to us anymore.
I know.
He stopped talking. You know what I think happened? Can we tangent?
He was over our house for 4th of July.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You made him cook for you.
You made him cook.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sam.
I forgot
I
about
told
that.
you that in confidence.
Yeah.
I think you said that on the air.
I did?
I think we made him
I told
work
you that in
together.
confidence on the air.
I think you forced him.
So we
to
You
make
did, and
food.
that's why. Did you or did you not
We only
notice
keep him
that,
around to do work for you,
that
Tom?
since you made the Spanish man cook at our barbecue, that we have not heard from said Spanish man?
Yeah.
And he did scoop up his kid and leave abruptly after he grilled those delicious steaks. What did he call it? Picadillo? Something
so good.
Oh my God, this man!
There is
magical hands.
There is a history of us inviting him to places,
And then
he
he
has
ends up cooking.
he has to work. No, well, not even cooking. Then he has to run the whole production for Dr.
Well,
Phillips.
we take advantage of his intelligence and kindness.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. That's what.
But that's what you do with nice people.
Yeah,
I do it with my wife all the time. Smart and nice, you wear them out.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
They'll do it.
They'll do it, and they won't insult you. Well, they'll just stop talking to you, kind of like what Juan's
exactly.
done. I wish my wife
They
would stop
slowly
talking to me.
fade away.
You know what? More Juan, less Andrea.
So with the
Should we call him? Is he busy?
what was it?
You want to talk to him about what are you having a party? You need a cook?
No. There was a reason that. What was the voicemail about?
Prize money?
I think we need to lay off the marijuana because this happens all the time.
Yeah.
to me.
It's getting bad.
Yeah,
man.
it's getting real bad to me.
Yeah, it's because I was switching to so many different things. There's a weird ADD marijuana thing too, because I was like switching. I was going down a road, then I was like, go here. Then we were making jokes, and I was like, I forgot where that road was.
Yeah. And then I'm just sitting in my car somewhere, and I'm like, what do I do? And I'm like, I think my wife gave me something to do. And then I have to text her, and I'm like, almost done, hoping she'll lead me to what I was supposed to do with clues.
You said we should ask Juan about that, but I don't remember what it was.
I know.
Yeah, and you were talking about TV. You were talking about casting people. You were talking about people. Were you talking about cooking shows or Hell's Kitchen or?
It's gone.
I
It's
like
gone.
this
Rewind
show.
the tape.
We can't. There's no tape.
Yeah. It's some
I
reason,
wasn't recording this.
Some reason I wanted to ask
Twitch,
Juan
tell us.
about something that I thought that Juan would know about, but completely gone. now.
You know what? I like that. Must not have been that
Sorry, I
important.
threw you
No,
off by
it
saying
wasn't.
he doesn't talk
This
to
is
us
like when people
anymore.
come to me and they go, I think I want a tattoo. And I'm like, of what? They go, I don't know yet that I want a tattoo. And I'm like, then you don't want a tattoo.
Or when people
You don't want one.
message me and ask me, hey, I'm looking for this specific show about when you guys talked about this. And it's like, you know how many shows we record? I don't know when the hell we
Here's
recorded
the best
that
part.
episode.
Here's the best part about that. I don't name the show in any way for you to ever be able to find what we talked about.
Yeah, it works out great.
That's the key.
That's the key. So everything we've ever done is buried in a sea of just phrases and nuances and one-offs and colloquial little, tidbits.
Unrelated, I had another BDM mom call me and to cancel her son's subscription.
Yeah, I looked her up. She's not in the system.
And we'll have to figure it out. She hasn't called me back yet. Maybe she will after she hears this.
At some point, this does become a conversation between you and your son and not us.
You know what? And for whatever reason, like my curiosity of why this happens outweighs my not wanting to have an awkward situation. Because
number one codependent son podcast.
I asked the lady. She's like, "Hello." No, she was younger.
OnlyFans.
She was like, "I want to cancel my subscription." I knew it already. I was like, "Oh yeah, no problem. Just give me your email." And then
someone has a subscription to Wifey's World.
I go, "Is this for your son?"
Yeah.
And then I was like, immediately I got scared because I go, "Oh, what if it isn't?" And what if she's just like, "It's for me because your show has gone downhill."
It's terrible.
Why would you be afraid of her saying that?
Because then I knew it's the truth. because now I have evidence. Anyway.
Yeah. It's not the truth if you don't hear it.
Yeah.
Write that down. Write that down.
Yeah. Just
if the truth falls in the
sand.
woods and nobody hears it, is it still the truth?
And then she's like, "Yes, it is." I was like, "Yes," because I was like, "How?"
That's 5.
That's five different moms that are canceling their sons.
It's 4 or 5
subscriptions.
It's more than 3. It's more than 3.
And
they're all sons.
Yeah.
They all have their mom called, not a dad.
Yeah.
Always the mom. Moms are better, man. Moms are just better.
I'm listed as their business phone number on everybody's bank account.
I could change that.
No, it's fine. BDMs are cool.
I was going to change it to, they are very cool, but I was going to change it to Butler.
No, then.
Oh, he'd be yelling at him?
So anyway, I'm just like, and then, I was nice to her. I was like, all right, and then we entered in the email address and then we couldn't find her. So
yeah, I searched
and you
her
can
name.
cancel your subscription on the website.
Oh, it's the easiest thing to do. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's the hardest thing to do.
Just keep calling Tom.
Yeah, I guess you could. All right, here is. I know you and I. This is funny. We haven't talked about this in a minute. Be careful with my details. You and I love a good crazy electrician who's been blown off a ladder now and again.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Hey guys, BDM, so sweet it is Justin here. I was listening to Tom talking about the teacher who made up stories on how he blew up his fingers. It reminded me of an old electrician I used to work with. Let's just call him Jim. He was a little crazy, as most electricians are. He was also blind in one eye. The eye was clearly not functional because it was opaque and didn't move like the good eye. And the other workers and I would constantly creep up on Jim's bad side and stand there until he jumped, realizing someone was there, and had a good time messing with him. I even had glasses that the lens on the bad side would pop out. He would not realize it for days, walking around looking ridiculous. Anyway, he would always tell people that he lost that in a dart accident, but he wouldn't go into details on how it occurred. And we all just assumed someone threw a dart in his face and caused it because the guy had a significant drinking and drug problem, and he used to run in with people all the time. That the story seemed logical. Well, anyhow, it happened that Jim's brother was my dad's best friend, and one day I was making fun of Jim while talking with this brother, and the brother started laughing when I mentioned the thought of some drunk fellow throwing a dart in Jim's eye. And then the brother informed me that the real story was not as respectable to lose your sight in this fashion, but Jim had been in an intoxicated stupor, threw a dart, and when he went to pull the dart from the board, he pulled the back feathered end of the dart into his own eye and blinded himself. Made me realize why he never told the story.
Twist.
He's passed away since then, so I don't feel bad airing his story.
Oh yeah, talk about him after he's dead.
For sure.
It's a twist. It's a twist. It was the feather end, not the pointy end. Gotcha. Boom. M. Night Shyamalan.
Also, he didn't lie. He just said it was a dart accident.
Yeah, you just didn't get the details, and it
That's
wasn't
true.
exciting. That's on you. It wasn't as exciting as you wanted it to
Yeah,
be. That
you made
happens
that
to
up in
me
your own
all
head.
the time.
Yeah. Like like people see my popped up shoulder.
Your boner.
My
People say my pup tent when I'm at the laundromat. I'm sitting there with my sons because our house is in disarray, and people see it and they comment on it.
Anyway, they see my AC joint separation and my collarbone, And then I tell them it was a football. It was I got it playing
and they're
football.
like, lingerie league?
It just sounds cooler because as they're going into details, it's just like, oh, okay.
It does.
It's
I
stupid.
don't say anything. I don't have any.
Wow.
I do have a dent in my head from a surfboard. I guess that's kind of cool.
Yeah. You're surfing, although
I fell and the surfboard was beating me to death. I almost died.
You
Yeah.
did it
Not
getting-
good surfing, just surfing.
You did it getting the surfboard off the top of your car because
no,
you're too short.
it
and
smashed me in the head.
Oh, okay.
Bloodied my nose. Bad.
So yeah. So anyway, Jim's not a total liar. It's just, man, how do you blind yourself? Like, it feels like I can understand, the whole thing where it's like, hold your fist, and you're like, and then they let it go, and you punch yourself in the face, that old trick.
No.
That's the first. I never knew.
Oh, you never did that as an old bully thing.
No, you know what I thought you were talking about? I thought you were talking about the thing where you take your arms and you stand in a doorway, and you push your arms against the doorway as hard as you can, and for like 30 seconds, and then when you come out and let go, your arms will magically kind of float up.
What?
You've never done that?
No, let's do that on TikTok with Butler.
All right.
No, it's the old, I think you have the other person do it to you first, where it's like, see if I can hold your fist back, and then when you swap
And then
positions,
you
then
let
you're just holding the person's fist, and
And then you let go.
And you
they
let go and punch him in the
themselves.
face.
It's like the old.
No, never did that one.
But it's like, it seems like you're not pulling that strongly on the dart out of the
Well, you're
corkboard.
drunk and stumbling back.
Yeah,
I could totally see this happening to me.
Maybe it's just kink it right in the
Yeah,
cornea
yeah.
or something.
Man, eyeball stuff bothers me.
Yeah.
I'm surprised more people aren't blinded by
The light.
The light. I was gonna say that too. Blinded by the light, wrapped up like a douche, another loner in the night. It's not karaoke Thursday. That's tomorrow.
Yeah.
I was changing a light bulb the other day, and
He was changing a light.
I was like, I stared into this light bulb for too long because I had. Then I was like,
You were
man.
staring into it?
Yeah, I was like,
you
that's
didn't have it off?
This is how dumb I was
That's
as a
what
kid.
dummies do.
This is how dumb I was.
That's what dummies do.
We just said
Yeah.
as a kid, I would stare into the filament of a light bulb until I would burn a black spot in my eye, and then I would move my eye to a piece of white ceiling, and then I'd move it around. And I'd, look, I'm magic, like an idiot, like the dumbest kid alive.
That's lower.
Yeah, it's lower
Well,
intelligence.
Norm just said he used to stare at light bulbs as a kid to make himself more tired. I didn't know that's a thing.
Yeah, for big kids it is. Yeah, for the fatter ones. Light bulbs are so tiring for fat people.
Yeah. Even the light going, the speed of light is tiring for them. Watching something go that fast.
Oh God, the speed of it. Okay, we're cracking ourselves up here. All right. Next voicemail. Let's go to this one. Oh, this one's insulting. You're not going to like it.
Okay.
Get your email justice hat on.
Hey guys, just want to point out one quick fact. Nobody talks about doing the math more than Tom, right? He's always doing the math. He's done the math, did the math, figured out everything until Carmen Morales said 600 seats times $50 a seat. And he literally said, I can't do that math. Keep doing the math, Tom.
Oh, get him.
I did it in my head. It was a lot. That's all I could do. I'm not actually.
It's funny because when we say do the math, because we both say it a lot,
Don't
we don't mean
literally mean
we
math.
don't mean perfect. We mean
Yeah.
we've fudged the numbers a little bit.
And I just know, if it's a lot or
Yeah, I do too. I look at a glass. I don't know how many ounces are in there, but I know it's a lot of water or I need water.
Yeah, that's doing the math to me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not going to let them beat you up like that.
Thank you very much.
I'll let them do it to Butler.
Yeah, I'm just talking in general. It's like, all right, I kind of get an understanding of the statistics, or if it's a lot or a little. That's
Yeah,
all.
for sure. Let's try this one.
Yes, I'd like to sign up for the hot tub and mini fridge free sticker. If you could, go ahead and send that to me. I want to get that on the back of my Hammerhead pool cart. I love the toad, and I'm going to lick it. Trip balls.
Well,
Okay.
I'm glad you mentioned that. There will be bumper stickers. Big.
Too big for your car.
Way too big.
Yeah.
Long.
Mondo size.
All the way across the
Big,
bumper.
old
Mondo.
school, big radio station bumper stickers
Yeah.
we were having printed for
Huge.
Johnny's event. And
We're
then
wasting the most vinyl that any company's done in years.
also promotional frisbee.
Yes! We're only buying things that people absolutely do not need. Ginormous
Just
bumper
like radio
stickers
stations.
and frisbee. Radio stations love frisbee.
Yeah, but
Ask me when the last time I played frisbee.
It's not even a good one. It's like the one you get at a wacky beachside tavern for your kids to eat
Exactly.
on. You know, it's like
Exactly.
the cheapest China, just straight
Garbage.
cancer plastic we can
Cancer,
buy.
yeah, it's definitely, and you don't even want to roll your weed on this because it'll leach into your marijuana.
No,
Yeah,
no,
it's
no.
cancer crazy.
Doesn't even work when you throw it.
Yeah,
It just
it
means
doesn't. It just disintegrates in the air.
it throws like a feather.
Sting like a bee. That's our slogan. Okay. Where are we at on time? Okay. Keep track of
We'll
that.
do a couple more.
Yeah, let's try this one here.
Yo, everybody, what's up? BDM Nick here. Yo, so Saturday.
Yeah, apparently so. That's how you start a voicemail. Hi.
Yo, everybody, what's up? BDM Nick here.
Yeah, he's happy.
Yo, so Saturday, 7/10 was National Oil Day, and all the wellness centers had really good deals on concentrates. So I hit up a wellness center in Gainesville, and I walked up.
I don't like calling them wellness centers. Does that make me a bad person?
I'm with you.
Just say weed store.
I say weed store or
Yeah,
pot
yeah,
store.
Yeah. I used to say weed
Yeah,
store.
I
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
get my juice. I gotta get my stuff.
Yeah. Wellness center.
In there, and I'm like, yo, this is what I want. And the guy was like, yo, he's like, is that a Tom and Dan t-shirt? I had the Symbols shirt, so you just saw the front of it, you know, the tip touch and the cool Danger Brain stuff, I think. And I was like, yeah, man. I was like, you BDM? And then we touched tips right there at the Wellness Center, man. I thought that was cool, dude.
This guy is Mark Maron.
It's like I'm buying from a BDM again.
You were buying weed from a BDM? Shocking.
Also, man, your voice has turned into the quintessential stoner.
It's good.
Like he said, the man.
Everybody, what's up,
Yeah.
You turned into Chong.
Yeah.
Like you had a little Chong. You had a little Chonger in your voice.
You can't say little
No,
John.
you
You did. What is that? You know what's weird is like Butler has for sure smoked as much weed as this guy, and he never had the Chonger.
No, he does.
Yeah.
He'll get into his modes where he
Yeah.
sounds stronger.
If you catch him right in the mornings, I can't believe he can walk through the door. Like, so you catch him in the morning.
If you catch him downtown Sanford,
Yeah, if
yeah.
sometimes the morning he walks in, it's almost like he took a morning, just a big blast before he walked in, and he walks in and his eyes are literally just a line. It might as well be Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe, and he walks in, and then they unfold like a flower.
oh, they bloom.
Yeah, they bloom. His eyeballs have to bloom, and then he's there. He's good. He's like, you good? Yeah, I'm good. All right. Let's try. I do that. My eyes don't change, except right before I go to bed they turn blood red like a werewolf, like bright
Dry.
Terminator. And then Andrew will be like, "My God!" And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Your eyes, have they been that?" And I'm like, "No, I just checked them. They were bright white." And it's like right when I get
turn
tired,
fast,
yeah,
yeah.
they turn fast. They're like, "Kang!" And
Yeah.
it's off-putting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll turn real quick.
They got to fix that. Can't they take that out of marijuana? We're not at a point now where we can centrifuge this
I don't
and
know.
pull out the redness.
Yeah, like I guess it's just what your body does.
Your eyes are drying
Well,
out.
stop
It's
it.
like,
It's
yeah.
dehydrating you.
Add some sort of moisture compound in there or something,
Just
right?
drink a lot of water. You'll be fine.
Oh, I do, but that doesn't do anything. My eyes, they can't drink. I'm pouring water in them.
Visine.
Dude, pouring water on it doesn't help.
It does nothing. I put Visine in there. I don't like the Visine. It takes for... Okay, some of those products, you put the Visine in your eyes, and then the initial sizzle of it hitting makes them more red. I need it when it hits to be like just paint on a wall.
You need the medicated kind.
Dude,
I need it to go white. I need almost like...
I use the Rotos. That's all I use. I'm addicted to that.
I like the Roto, but it again, it takes too long.
I also thought, I was like, I'm never paranoid about anything, but I was like, man, I'm not using these Rotos as recommended. Like, I'm using...
Have you
way-
asked your doctor about your Rotos, Brodo?
I did. When I went and got my glasses, I leaned in and I was like, hey, man, I got a problem.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, man.
You just did it. You're like,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
everybody, what's up? Hey,
Yeah.
I'm addicted to Roto, bro.
I felt like because I
Your
was
Roto cup.
And normally, this is not like normally. I wouldn't even say anything because I don't tell the doctor nothing. They're
Right.
like,
Why
how
do
many
you
drinks
even go?
have?
Why do you go?
I have 2 wines a week. You know what I'm saying?
2 wines.
2 wines a week on
yeah.
Turnback Tuesday.
Yeah, complete lie. I thought it's just like everything's a lie.
When's the last time you drank? Well, I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about it.
Yes, it's like, there's always an exact
Oh,
answer.
got him.
There's always an exact answer to that question, which is bad.
Yeah, I usually add it up. I'm like, well, I bought White Claw 7 times this week, so I've had 48 beers. It's like,
No, you told him that? No. Anyway.
no, I don't tell him that.
I leaned in and I was like, because I thought he was going to say, oh my God, you have been, no one should.
Not the roto.
And
Oh, you have eye cancer, sir.
yeah.
You have 2 weeks to see.
And I thought he was going to say that stuff's horrible for you. You should not be doing that. Yeah, please throw all that, like all that. Like,
I haven't tried that. Let me try. Oh, this is great. Hey, let's party. Want to smoke weed?
He just was like, it's fine. And I'm like, okay, it's like, just whatever. And he's like, yeah.
I don't care. I'm having a bad day. Go die.
He said it was fine. So
All right.
I figured if it was bad,
they wouldn't sell it.
No, not that's not really the case because there's a lot of poison.
Oh, man, I've been living off there. If it wasn't
yeah.
bad, they wouldn't sell a thing.
That
kind of goes into the alcohol.
Didn't they find some real bad stuff in off recently? Like some like direct link to is a bad carcinogen.
Well, I know that in some sunscreens they
and the sunscreen it was
they
like
had
whatever chemical.
Yanked some sunscreens that had the cancer in them.
Dude, that guy that was using Roundup, cancer crazy from their product.
Yeah.
Didn't he get like an insane settlement because they proved that like all you have is this. So it's not 100%. Like it doesn't necessarily. You could abuse.
I used to use
something.
Roundup as a kid. Like I remember my dad giving me the Roundup and going like, "Hey, go down the driveway and
Well,
spray
everybody.
this crazy." I'd spray it on everything. Spray it on my feet. Spray it on my eyes.
Everybody did, but I think the guy that got cancer like used it for his profession, like he's a landscaper.
I'm
a
professional Roundup man.
No, like if you use it at every house you go to for like 20 times a day. That's a lot of exposure.
Do you think at one point he's like getting in his truck? He's like, God, thank God I got this Roundup. This stuff makes everything great. You think at one point he was right, and he's like, this is a miracle.
He's like, if I didn't have this,
man, you're my whole business, Roundup. I love you.
Yeah. But meanwhile, it's getting him good.
It's killing him.
Anyway, eye
that's
drops.
That's a good, nice.
Eye drops are fine.
That's a positive. We want to do one more?
You gotta go.
Oh, we
gotta go. All right, Roundup. Here's what I'm going on. I'm going on the fact that he heard us say, hey, you got any guns in there? We're making jokes, but not really joking. And then he's like, man, this is awkward now because I do have guns. And he's like, I'm not going to kill him.
Oh, because you made it too awkward.
It's too awkward to kill him now.
Yeah, that's good.
I wanted to surprise kill them. They knew I was going to kill them, so we're good. Hey, welcome to the show, everybody. I'm Dan.
It's like if you already...
Oh, that's Tom. Samantha and Butler's in the other room, and our buddy Drew, who does ACT trivia, is on the couch.
Hey, yo.
If you walk into the back door and you see everybody's backs waiting to yell surprise at you in the front door, they're not even going to yell surprise. They're going to be like, oh, you blew it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
What do you yell at them, though? If you do come to the back door and you're standing there and you've got them, do you try to get them?
I gotta go.
Yeah, do you go, I'm going to kill you. Yeah, do you do that? Yeah.
So, Drew, how's it going?
It's going good. This is really awesome. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, man, anytime. Now, for
What's
those of
weird
you...
is that we've only seen you on Zoom or this whole time we've known you.
You're a lot beefier in person.
And I wonder, this is an interesting topic. I bet there's a lot of people that are meeting someone in person for the first time because they met them during the pandemic, right? Like, I bet this is a thing that's happening. Like, I've only seen...
That's the most positive thing you've said. I bet a lot of people are meeting someone for the first time because of the pandemic.
I'm just saying, like, they never had any human interaction in person because it's all been over Zoom or whatever since the pandemic started.
I'm sure some people fell in love that way.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll have a weird story that they'll tell people and be like, why would you want to remember that? And then we'll be like, you're gross. Ew, unconventional love. Yeah.
But I fell in love with the Zoom Drew because...
I did too. You're a little beefier in person. Yeah, you're a little intimidating because you're muscly.
Yeah.
And on Zoom,
you're
bully you a little more wafy AIDSy. And here
That's the filter I use.
And here you're thicker and you're like a little... And it's a little more real to me now. And now I don't feel like I want to insult you.
Yeah. yeah.
Because I feel like I hurt your feelings.
We also don't know what's in his bag.
Yeah,
so.
That's true.
That doesn't bother me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, Tom always says, "You don't kill me, I'll kill you." Which I'm jealous
fight the gun out of his hand?
I'm jealous.
yeah.
Well, I'm
That's
in his
been-
mind.
Yeah. But it won't happen like that. They'll be shooting me like, don't shoot me.
I think I can at least get one blast in the air, and that's really all that counts. To me, that's a small victory. Even if you still kill me, if I get the first shot in the sky.
Yeah. Well, the key is then after they get the first shot out, you hold their finger down, so it's easier to hold their finger. It's like
you've
an
been watching that
alligator's
Puerto
mouth.
Rican guy on YouTube. I've seen that guy. He's like, hold it. You got to hold the trigger down. You got to hold the trigger down so they cannot shoot no more.
It's like a gator's mouth. Like you could hold their mouth shut with your two fingers.
Yeah.
They have no muscles to open. Anyway.
Yeah, it's like
Sorry,
my
Drew.
wife. Sure thing slams closed tight though.
So how's it going?
You already asked him that.
Oh, sorry.
It's still going good.
Welcome back.
You
to
live
Two-
near here? Where were we calling you from?
No, I live in Davenport, and I feel like I heard you say you just went, and I
we
want to
were
know
trashing.
about Davenport.
This is the one guy that lives in Davenport.
Yeah. Okay, I went to
You
the
live in an
tourist
Airbnb?
in a mansion Airbnb. We went to Davenport, the community. What is it called?
Champions Gate.
Champions Gate, where it's just one after the other.
No
like,
champions definitely needs a gate.
a gate to keep them in.
That's called the Rorschach.
And it's just one mansion after the other with the cookie cutter pool. Like everything's
Pool,
the same.
screened in, grill, house, 9 bedrooms. Pool, screened in, grill, 9 bedrooms.
You look down the small grass partition in between, and it's just back-to-back mansions with tiny pools screened in, every cookie cutter the whole way, 9-bedroom each house. It's bizarre.
You know what's off-putting, though? Pool back to pool back. I'd rather it be pool back to front because I don't like having to judge my party versus their party because you and I got out-partied by the people next door to us because they were having a rager.
Same thing. Everybody's partying more than us.
Yeah, I don't like that. I like put it so my party's in the front of your house.
Yeah, no, it's back to back.
I don't like that. I don't
Back-to-back
like
party.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So
I don't
you-
even like that in videos.
You don't live there, obviously. You live in the other part of Davenport.
So that same exit's the one I take, but there's like a neighborhood just a little down the road. Same thing though. Everything's cookie cutter. Neighborhood's huge, but it's like 5 styles of houses. That's your choice.
And it's all rental? Or no?
No, we have two. There's 2 like divisions in our neighborhood that are rental, and people get on next door and just complain nonstop about that. But no, most of it is people living there.
Non-racial, right? They never say anything.
Oh, they
racist.
never would do that. No.
You know, that's the thing I've noticed is on Nextdoor there is no racial comments.
Because how far is Davenport from the parks? Like 25 minutes? Right there?
I think so, yeah.
Dude, it used to be you could get there in like 20, 25
Not
minutes, but
anymore.
no. I mean, you saw the traffic, right?
Oh, dude, there is a perpetual gridlock 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at a certain part of I-4
Yes.
from the parks. And it doesn't matter what time of day it is straight up traffic at all times, which stinks, I guess, if you live around there. You're trying to commute.
It's my life now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was going to say, like, there's probably not much in Davenport besides the parks. And you go beyond that, you're commuting everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, let's get into
right.
ACT. Your life is pretty boring, so
Jeez.
I'm trying to.
Traffic in neighborhoods.
You could typically feel it
It's
out.
my fault.
You ask a couple of questions. If he's not biting on anything and there's nothing interesting, let's move on.
Yeah. I got nothing else.
Yeah, me
I
neither.
had something else, but I don't know if
What
it's
was it?
inappropriate.
Well, he's asking for it
What
now.
was
Okay,
that?
well, I saw that you had one earring, and then when I saw it, I was like,
you're channeling my father.
I was like,
Lee, do you have a goddamn earring in your ear?
I had one earring.
You look like George Michael.
I had one earring when I was 12.
I had one earring, too.
I had a skull and
All,
crossbones.
Yes.
all Florida trash cans get one earring. Can I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So
It's a fact.
But after I got older, I ditched the earring. Now a lot of my friends, Daniel had 2 earrings.
Well, I upgraded it too, and then my dad was like, "Oh God, definitely gay now." Like seriously,
No,
like
no.
he didn't understand it. He didn't get it.
dude,
you
late
know.
90s, everybody had plugs. Everybody
Yeah.
had earrings. Like all my friends.
Dude, for a while I rocked double hoops. What you know about NSYNC life?
Half of my friends had plugs, and some of them actually got to the point where when they took them out, their ear was all
I prefer
wormy.
the term gauges to plugs because plugs
Okay,
sound like
yeah.
hair.
Sorry.
Like, you should say
Gauges.
hair. Like, it
Sorry.
sounds like all of my friends have plugs.
Gauges, whatever. Anyway,
The
so
wizard, you know. I mean.
what's up with the one there?
What's up? What's up
I
with
don't know.
earrings?
Somebody you broke up with your girlfriend, a little midlife crisis. What'd you buy, a Miata, bro?
So I actually got my ear pierced when I was 6. So I guess I didn't. My mom took me, but it's that 90s thing, right?
Yeah, it's
yeah,
bad.
Yeah, she had me with the like styled spiky hair, dangly cross, had that whole thing.
Yeah, you're
and
little
then-
George Michael.
I was her little George Michael. And then 13, I got it pierced again. Then I had it pierced up here, and then I did the same thing. Like as soon as I got to college, I'm like, let's get rid of these. But just a couple of weeks ago, we were like, I wonder if I still have a hole. And we checked it, and I do.
Literally a couple weeks ago,
I'm
you
not
put it
kidding.
back in?
Like 2 weeks
I've
ago.
thought about this too.
What inspired you to put it back
No,
in?
I thought about this too. Maisie wants me to put my earrings back in. My daughter has asked me. She's like, I want to see Daddy with earrings.
Yeah.
And
Are you
I'm
going to do it?
I
your hole.
would.
That is 90s. You want to bring the 90s
I would
back?
honestly do anything for her. Now she's like sitting next to me while I play guitar, and I'm like, well,
It is in style.
I could put earrings in my ears and convince her long con that I'm some sort of rock star. That
It's
I'm
in
not.
style for the old teens.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, all the TikTokers got it. You got to get your ear pierced again, Tom.
Let's all get our ears one danglers, and the one that can keep the dangler the longest gets
Dangler challenge.
Dangler challenge.
I'm in.
$1,000 out of the company bank account to do whatever you want to with.
I feel like people would keep their dangler a long time.
Oh,
Like the
you-
rat tail, for whatever reason.
How
Or-
many danglers can we get rolling? How many BDM members? How many listeners do you think can get a Tom and Dangler?
But just one.
A Tom and Dangler.
You need one, though.
Yes,
Just one,
one
dangler.
dangler.
Yeah.
And it'll be the ACT skull logo.
I want a long. I want the cross. I want the traditional.
Okay, yeah.
Like the chain cross,
Crucifix.
Crucifix.
Yeah,
That's what I
yeah,
want.
Yeah. I'll go gold propeller. That's a little swinger.
Dude, you just out earring to me. That's a good choice.
Yeah.
Damn it.
That's
The propeller's classic, and you got the boat.
Yeah, it shows that I like to party.
Yeah.
And I like
Okay.
boats.
Hold on a second. There is another
Yeah.
option for you since you already outdangled me. You could go for a small turquoise dangler.
Oh yeah. That's a whole next level.
Yeah,
Start getting
man.
into the turquoise.
Now, I could go the opposite direction. I could go Florida Biker, and I could skull it up hard.
Oh yeah.
I could go
yeah.
rings.
Yeah.
I got more tattoos, so I could go
Yeah.
beef rings. The big, knuckly.
The rings are more aggressive. There are party rings, but it's like you like to party too aggressively, and
Yeah.
like you're too.
So you're not a fan of the big, chunky rings?
What about leather cuffs?
Yes.
No.
Braces, they're called.
No, that's
They're
a whole.
guys that
Doesn't have to have spikes.
If
Could
you
just be
work-
laces.
If you work at a flea market and your wife sells leather corsets, and by the way, she's never sold one because nobody cares, you wear bracers that
Yeah.
she made, and you live in half squalor, half medieval times.
My whole thing is when I have
you
to.
are describing somebody I know.
No, there are people I know. I see these people. I study them. I'm like, does that guy go home riding a horse because he's dressed like
Yeah.
like the squire that would assist a knight? You know, like he's dressed as if he'd be handing a lance to somebody.
It's just how many things are you gonna put on after the shower when you get ready to go out for your day? You're like putting on cuffs and rings.
You're lacing
And-
your tunic.
Yeah.
You're wearing a goddamn tunic. You're lacing your tunic.
It's like this is a pain in the ass,
Put
right?
on a sweatshirt and
It's
a sweatpants.
hot.
Yeah.
And you're doing it for yourself
Well, most
because
of these
they're
people,
all laughing at you.
I hate for
Adam
this to be a
Sandler.
theme, but most of these people, not the best shape. And you know what's really hot when you're not in good shape? Dressing like a medieval knight. Why are you doing
With
that?
leather cuffs.
Yeah, you're wearing leather cuffs. You weigh 400 pounds.
Sorry, Drew. So we got some ACT trivia today.
We do. We do
right,
have
right.
some
That's only
trivia.
said like 5 words.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
that's fine.
That's
Yeah,
fine. We
yeah,
like
yeah.
it that
That's
way.
kind of the way we do it, I think.
Yeah.
Are we ready to jump into this?
Yeah.
Do
It's
we
wide
have-
open.
Do we
man.
have a? We don't have any intro. We thought this was gonna go.
Yeah,
way
yeah,
I didn't prepare for this.
We never thought he'd come
You
in.
didn't even know he was coming in. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
no.
It was definitely, I didn't see this coming. So.
I made that one intro. I thought that was pretty
I
good.
threw it away.
yeah.
Right, the old,
I don't remember.
drug it directly into recycle bin.
All right. First question.
Question number 1. The category is That's a Mouthful.
Oh, are we still ringing in with our names?
Yeah.
Okay.
On Monday's episode titled Squeeze the Buds, you all discuss the creation of hot tub and the mini fridge. You name Sam Sexy Samantha.
Yes, classic.
What did you name Butler?
Sam.
Tom.
I think I heard Sam first.
English teeth.
English teeth is
Yeah, ding, 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 ding. Oh, you have a bell? He's got a bell! Oh, no.
Shaped like a gun.
Wait a minute.
I'm not giving.
Oh, he's ringed.
He just rung me in the flanks. Oh my God, I'm ringing out.
Oh, my ears are ringing.
That'd have been a funny moment to go for it, like because of British teeth or something. Like,
damn.
my uncle's British.
I already thought about it. I'm jumping out Samantha's window.
Oh, I have an exit strategy. I already know where I'm going. I'm going to jump off her desk and launch through because you're going to need a lot of power to get through the window.
Yeah, but you won't get through.
I'll just hit my head. I'll hit my head like a Nerf ball.
Yeah. Because it hits right at the T where the panes are.
Yeah.
And it just rockets
I didn't
me
hit
back.
the glass. Well, I could hit the glass. Yeah, my neck just gets stuck. It chops my neck.
Oh, they're shooting my body.
That's called the ghost. Then Whoopi Goldberg shows up.
Oh, who is? Oh, that guy is a ghoul. The ghoul and the ghost. You know what I'm talking about?
Wait, that's her new morning show, and I don't want to be cool.
The guy with bald hair. And he was on the train. The
Yeah,
ghost.
the eyeball guy.
Yeah.
He's
That-
a famous guy.
That's a ghoul.
He is a ghoul. Tall ghoul.
That's full ghoul.
It's full ghoul.
That's a.
Also, it's like
Yeah.
Howard Stern stunt double.
Yeah.
Kind of.
All right. Sorry.
All right, next
Yeah,
question.
so we're not doing points today because I realize you guys don't care about points.
No.
or
No,
who's
well,
winning.
Samantha's got one.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
she doesn't have a point. She has a ping pong ball coming your way.
Okay.
Oh, man, that's been in a girl's butt.
You can tell by the earring.
Scratch and
It
sniff.
is a little dirty.
Yeah, that's from the Miss Hot Tub and Mini Fridge competition.
It's a new ball, I promise. All right, question number 2. The category. Have it your way, my king. On Tuesday's episode, you talk with EJ. While describing EJ's looks, Dan said he was a combination of Captain Kangaroo and a famous Australian hitman Chopper. What did Tom?
Sam. God damn it! I knew I
Tom.
should have said it first because I know exactly what it is.
Chopper ate a Whopper.
Chopper.
I remember that one. I'm
Classic.
Good for one.
You went
every
over and told
two,
your wife
2.5
that.
months.
Yeah,
I told a joke today.
I said Chopper ate a Whopper. Give me some sex.
Oh my God.
That was a solid joke and a ping pong ball coming your way.
No.
Okay,
Good catch.
Drew's always got the uncomfortable
You should have just let him stick with
gimmicks.
no points because now we're having to
this?
catch ping pong balls.
Yeah, it's your fault.
Smelling it. Sure.
Don't
They're brand
smell
new,
it.
I promise.
Sour.
I dare you to smell it. All right, question number 3. Here's the category. Leesburg Bike Chest. On Wednesday's episode titled Tour of Duty, you interviewed a fancy toiletman named Austin for Weird Job Wednesday. He revealed that he's from Leesburg. Dan then mentioned something amazing that he once saw.
Tom.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're going a different direction. I was
Oh,
gonna go.
you went too soon.
Oh yeah.
You did what people do. He's gonna throw you the loop.
I was gonna go. Leesburg Bike Fest was the worst place in the world. But
damn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kevin DeBro singing his wig off.
No.
Oh,
You
I
can
did
finish.
see that.
You
I
can
did
finish
see
the
that.
question.
Yeah, I'll finish the question here. Dan then mentioned something amazing that he once saw at the Leesburg Bike Fest.
Oh,
what
the
was it?
Chat room got it.
I
don't know.
Yeah, this is why I love trivia on radio.
What? say silent.
Yeah.
What was it? What did the chat room say?
They said long boobies.
The longest boobs ever.
Yeah, I did see them.
That paints a picture,
They
man.
came
I
out
love
the
it.
bottom.
the groove from the bottom.
Start from the bottom to here.
These boobs are so long, they're like lightning. They started from the earth. I don't know how it works either.
All right, next question.
All right, we're halfway through the question, so a little intermission. Would you guys like to hear either a cool science fact, or would you like to hear...
What if we don't need an intermission?
Yeah, then you can say that. But
No, I want to see what Drew cooked up because it's going to be awkward and weird.
So it's either a cool science fact, animal science fact, or 1 minute of really bad comedy.
No,
Oh, come on, get the 1 minute.
I'd rather get the science fact.
No, I'm going 1 minute of really
All
bad
right,
comedy.
fair enough. I'm outvoted.
Hold on, let's bet on whether we laugh at all.
Yeah.
But are
Maybe
we
out of awkwardness.
Are we laughing at awkwardness?
Or we can just choose to sit. I mean, I will sit stoically.
I can blood eye it.
Yeah, I can sit quietly.
That's what you do, like in radio.
Yeah, that's what you
we
do.
did to the intern. Is that whatever they do?
All right, let's try it.
All right.
And 3, 2.
Oh, I should probably set it up. This is like me coming out on stage for a stand-up thing. That's
Okay.
the very beginning. Hey, everybody. Thanks for having me. This is great. Oh, man. I tell you, I love Orlando. Man, I'm looking out. That's a pretty good-looking crowd out there. I see some pretty fit people. Me, myself, I've been, gaining some weight over this pandemic pounds, I call it. I mean, I've heard of the freshman 20, but I feel like I got the COVID-19.
I almost fainted.
It was the.
You're gonna hold your breath.
He had the
Dry
pyro
mouth.
spot dry mouth.
Yeah, I do have a dry mouth.
Yeah. Hey, Butler, can you get this guy a water?
Liquid death.
He did give me water.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, drink that. You gotta drink.
Yeah.
Is this Guardian water?
It is.
Oh yeah.
It is. Yeah.
That's why I can't go to open mics and things like that because
Well, open mics are better than that.
No, I know, but sometimes you'll get a comedian.
I wasn't being mean. I'm just saying.
No. And you know what's funny? The time I went to Ross's open mic, everybody killed and it was unbelievable. And I was like, these aren't beginners.
Oh, yeah.
It was.
Well, he just does a showcase now. Like that thing's morphed into.
Well, he does open mics on Wednesdays.
On Wednesdays he does, but
a lot of them are regulars too.
Yeah. Even Wednesdays you're gonna get a good show.
But
It's not
I'm talking
even
like a true amateur, and then it's just so
like Austin's or something where it was just like you get like the guitar guy and then a comedian.
Yeah.
That's when it's awkward.
It's although a funny joke. It's just when you're dry mouth and then the anticipation, no matter what you said, would have been
It was
awkward.
set up to fail, so I enjoyed. All right.
Freshman 20 COVID-19. It's all right, right?
Yeah,
A little cough at the end.
I'm sure somebody else did it too, which means it's a joke,
No,
which is good.
That's mine. That's original.
Where'd you get that meme?
No, I mean, like I'm sure somebody wrote it is my point. I'm not saying it's not original. I'm just saying that somebody does that joke as a real joke.
Oh yeah,
Guaranteed.
It's all been done.
Because everybody thinks of the same. There's a million COVID-19 jokes, and no matter what, it's impossible.
That's
to
why
be
I try to go
the only one.
really weird.
That's the only impossible way, or the only logical way to get something completely unique. Yeah. All right, next question. Sorry.
Fun little fact, I actually did do a stand-up open mic night at Austin's one night, and I did it dressed as Jason Voorhees. It was really fun.
Was it Halloween?
No.
Oh, okay.
They were more scared than you guys with me coming in with this backpack.
Yeah. I'm surprised you can get.
Why
get away
did you
with
do that?
Because I have a whole bit where I'm Jason Voorhees, but it went good. Like there was two
So
girls.
your whole set, you're in character.
Yeah, I was Jason Voorhees the whole time.
Oh, so it's like okay.
It's a bit.
Yeah.
All right.
It was a bit.
Yeah, you should do it.
That's even more awkward. Because then like he's trying too hard, which is always the worst for.
I just
awkwardness.
swam in from Camp Crystal Lake. Boy, my arm's tired.
That's funny.
Oh my God.
It's like that clown
Remember
guy.
the end of the first movie when I come out of the water and my mom's doing all the killing?
All right, next question.
All right, here we go. This one is the category is Hey, Tom. On Thursday's episode titled Kevin Nealon, you talked fantasy football drafts of the past. Dan talked about one draft night that took place at the Hairy Buffalo back when Tom used to have fun. What is that Tom referred to as?
Dan.
Yeah.
Fat Tom.
Fat Tom is correct.
It's not Fun Tom, it's Fat Tom because I got it because you did the hey clue. I got to pay attention to your clues now. He's a clever boy.
Ready for that ping pong ball?
Yeah, I'm on it. Got it. All right, thank you.
And you're right, Fat Tom was more fun.
I'm glad you gave us these ping pong balls. We'd have no way to know our score.
That's all it is, just a way to count your score.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
All right, question number 5. Category, on the couch and at attention. On Friday's episode titled Camp Nothin', Dan talked about how he and Andrea had successfully banged it out on the couch. Tom asked how. Dan said he sat in the corner like a sultan and played a game called what?
Dan.
Yeah?
Sit on the Sultan.
What?
Sit on the Sultan? Oh, I got it wrong. It's phrasing. Somebody scoop it up. That's fair.
Okay, hold on. No, has some of the Sultan in it.
Ride the Sultan?
No.
I thought it was sit on the Sultan.
Grind the Sultan.
Grind the Sultan pepper. No, it was sit on the soldier.
No, God.
On the soldier.
That's why the category on the couch and at attention.
Attention,
soldier.
It's still the
Damn it.
clue.
Sit on the Sultan's better.
yeah. That's a
I'm an idiot.
crossed.
I'm an idiot.
All right. Next question.
All right, here's the last question. Category, Old Tom Van had a farm. On TD Friday, Tom shared the details of his family trip to Blizzard Beach. The Orb of Chaos came too. Tom talked about a special place next to the zip line where everyone goes to
Tom.
Yeah.
The pee-pee barn.
Pee-pee barn.
Do you want to hear
I
something
knew that
crazy? My wife was sending me photos that she'd taken of it, and she says, "It smells like pee. This is the pee-pee barn." I'm like, "Why do you have those?" She's like, "I smelled it too and took photos to document."
She knew.
True story, dude.
Yeah.
I say this all the time that they're the way that they think aligns. Like she was sending me photos that she'd kept on her phone of the pee-pee barn.
Yeah, man.
How does that even happen?
Dude, it was pungent. Like it was.
You said it was Parisian of.
It's like a Davenport rental.
Streets of Paris.
yeah. Well, good job, Drew.
Yeah.
Well, now there's a point for these people. Who got that?
I got
Oh,
me.
he got
I
that.
got two.
I was going to take it, though.
I think I won today.
You did.
I think you did. I wasn't fast enough on a
Those
couple
don't.
of
This
them.
is where you win.
Okay. Oh, hold on.
I know. No, it's weird.
You made it weird by bringing a backpack.
Who brings a backpack?
Students, people have backpacks.
No,
you guys
not
This
made
isn't
it.
a school.
Yeah, this
And
is
are you a school shooter? What's happening?
This is a business. Oh, put the trench coat down. My God.
Oh, don't point your backpack at me.
Oh my God. Oh God. I hear it ticking. What is
I'm getting
this?
under the desk.
What? Oh, I hope
on,
it breaks.
come on
Break
out.
your contraption.
Come on.
Oh, please
Come on
break
out,
it.
baby.
Please break your contraption.
Look at these props.
Oh no.
He's the carrot top of trivia.
Oh, my
So
God. No, he's
you-
not. His dong's not out.
Don't say that. He might whip it out.
I'll do anything. So
Anything goes. I
Don't say that.
That's the theme of the day.
told you that at the door.
So this is how you, because I went to ABC. I think I sent y'all an email. I went to ABC. I got some prizes in here for you to win. The way you win it is by sinking in a cup here. And I know this is kind of tough. It's like far away.
Oh, I can do it.
Oh, that's fine.
And we're all at
But I'm
different
gonna-
angles.
Yeah.
I'm gonna help you out. I'll turn it for you. I got you a backboard here too.
Yeah, hey, Tuttle. Oh man, he's got so many gags. None of them good, but so many gags.
yeah. No, I do like the effort though. Because
I do
Do
too.
you? Because you usually hate effort.
I do. You're
It's
right.
different
I do.
in person though. When you see it, you actually see it is different in person. I'm gonna pay you a compliment. When I see the time in it, Zoom doesn't give it enough credit for how hard you work to do these bits. And the reason I like this bit and hate it is because you work so hard at it, and we don't like it. And that's I like. There's something about it that makes me like that.
We
bit.
don't
So-
I
like
think that's
it.
my shtick.
Yeah, so you win.
The listeners don't like it.
No one likes it, but we do it.
But Drew, we did all this work.
Yeah, you got to do it.
So, all right, who's shooting
I'll
first?
go first.
Okay.
Oh, you
that
almost
was
made
close.
it. You
Hold
almost
on.
I
made it.
slammed it right in Tuttle's head.
Hold on. The key.
Oh, is that what that is?
The key is to hit him right in the white supremacist glasses.
Oh my
Yeah,
Because that's-
yeah, get him in. He looks like he owns an Army Navy store and falling down.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I got
Back,
two.
you got
I got
backboard
two.
on that one.
Oh,
rolled out.
Sam, you
I'm
can
gonna
tie
go
it up.
for. I'm not gonna try and actually hit. I'm gonna go all in.
Oh, that.
Well, he's
Then if you
holding
don't
at an
backboard,
angle.
Don't do it yet. Here's your prize.
Okay.
A hot beer is your
Oh,
prize.
hot beer.
Really hot.
Okay, here.
You don't have to drink it. You drink it whatever.
Straighten me up,
All right,
Joe.
here he goes.
Oh,
airball.
Oh, I almost
You gotta take the top off.
That's the rules.
That's all I had was the one. Yeah.
That's coming from
All
Drew.
This is the best I've
Done.
ever done. This is the best I've ever done.
At anything.
I said it. I didn't know.
Great job,
Preface
man.
that.
was
Thanks.
great. That was fantastic. Well done.
Yeah, I did. Like,
It's better in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
and-
we're not going to make it happen. A habit of it. You're
Although
fired.
way
Okay.
less convenient for you. Like, you know how far
All the way from
Davenport is? An hour and 15.
It was a haul.
With props and ping pong balls and questions that he wrote.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be? I mean, just go to your spare bedroom and Zoom us.
But we couldn't throw ping pong balls.
Yeah,
So I
okay,
appreciate
yeah.
you making it interactive.
So you got anything to plug? Because I do feel bad now that. See, on Zoom, and when someone's on the phone, and I'm like bullying them,
We just hang up and
then
we're done
hang
with
up,
it,
and I'm
yeah.
like, I
Oh
don't.
my God, you're softening a little bit.
But now in here, I feel like
He wants you to do his taxes, Tom.
You drove all this way. you put the things together. So what do you got? Anything?
No, Samantha's silently complaining in the chat room that you lean back. She won't say it in your face though. I'm
Lean
calling her
back?
out.
Oh, for her shot?
I'm just saying.
Well, you know that Drew knows where his bread's buttered.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
I like that too, Drew. Wait, you put some effort in. Your brown nose the balls.
Yeah, let's just say if Butler threw me a couple more compliments, I'd ease up on the, if he told me I look nice, maybe, patted my ass a couple times, we'd have a different rapport around here.
So, anything?
I do have a question. So you guys been talking about your event on the 31st?
Yeah.
But like I went to like Johnny's. There's nothing.
I know.
We keep it secret.
Yeah. We keep it on the DL.
Yeah.
You want to be part of the cool stuff, or you want to be part of the stuff everybody knows about?
Like I went to your website and this.
No.
Look, we're flying under the radar.
The people that need to know.
Yeah.
That's how we get.
If you didn't know, maybe you weren't invited.
yeah. You start telling everybody that every
Are you
Yahoo
interested?
shows
You
up.
riding?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I got the day off.
All right,
keep going.
Do you want to be the first contestant?
No.
All right.
I
thought we were helping him out.
God damn it, we need them because I don't think anybody else is
I
gonna.
told the chat that the maximum weight limit's 250, and then they all said they were out. So
No, we're not gonna weigh you guys, and if the thing breaks, I don't care.
I put
yeah,
on
that's
my
not on
wife's-
us, right?
I put on my wife's credit card
Oh my God! Why'd you do that?
because we didn't
She
have
needs the points to fly.
we didn't have
I'm serious. You don't think going to Red Rocks to see Avett Brothers airfare is cheap?
That's true.
They don't accept Amex. That's all we have. So
oh,
literally.
man.
That's
This
bad.
thing is bobo as hell.
That's bad.
Well, this I'm doing it like a radio station event.
Yeah, we're
It's
doing it
called
live.
Unplanned Bobo
You don't,
as it
think any,
gets.
you don't think any sales assistants ever put a mechanical shark on her company card? Every sales assistant has put a mechanical shark on their company card.
Yeah. So you want to go? Yeah,
I'm going. I'm
listen.
super pumped.
We're
All
telling
right,
people
buddy.
get there around 4. Shark riding starts at 6.
We need a ceremonial first rider, though. We were going to save that for you, but if you don't want it, we can find somebody else.
Yeah.
Maybe Norm will get his.
Yeah, Norm.
butt out
Ghost
there.
is coming.
Ghost
Ghost
could
would be great.
Ghost could be our first rider.
Email us if you want to be the first rider, and obviously we'll give you.
I'll give you some gear.
We'll give you some
give you
gear.
free
I'll give
gear.
you my ping pong ball from
It-
this.
Hold on. There's freebies in there?
Anybody? Oh, we got a bunch of new merch, by the way. But
Oh, yeah.
if you come and actually show up in a Fair Villa costume of some sort, or get some sort of accessory from Fair Villa, we'll give you a piece of Tom and Dan merch.
I love it.
And
and you support our sponsors, we'll support you.
There's
Dig it.
hot tub and mini fridge merch too.
I thought you were joking when you
oh, no.
said you ordered that. Yes, there is real
sleeveless shirts.
hot tub and mini.
Oh, you
fridge.
see the girl shirts I ordered?
I haven't seen those. I need to see those.
I hope they're
Straight see-through white. Deep V, as deep as they make it.
Oh man.
I need to see those.
Any condensation gets on it. It's
Yeah. Oh, it just
straight
disintegrates.
see-through.
Yeah, it turns into a rash guard. All right.
Some flame headbands. Anyway, a lot of stuff. Drew, thanks so much. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Corporate Time. Welcome back to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. You guys
damn
gonna
it.
go see the new Jackass movie? It was really
I'm
Jackass
not going
Forever.
to see it, but I'll watch it eventually, probably. But I'm not going to go to theaters or anything to see that.
Yeah, are they going to do the thing where, does anybody know if they're going to do the release it online and release it in the theaters?
I don't know.
Where are we at now? Are we mask on, mask off, wide open, or are we all? It seems like we're all getting a little scared again, right? And that's the thing.
It's all over the place. It's like, I guess, I'm not talking about COVID because it just makes
Yeah.
everybody mad. But definitely, it's a no one really knows.
Okay,
thing.
okay, that's all I needed to know.
And as far as the Jackass thing goes, I saw some people because the trailer came out, and a bunch of people were like, "Oh, it looks good." I thought they thought it was going to look bad.
I saw a lot of positive about it, not a lot of
It just
negative.
looks like a Jackass movie.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. I am not saying that I know these people or I know their personality or have any idea who they are, because I don't. But I have followed them a long time, right? And there's parts of the trailer where it looks like some producer or like, when they're putting it together, like, hey, you guys have to act like you're all friends having a good time, and it's old times, blah, blah, and it kind of
want to remember the good times.
It looks a little forced, and that gives me a tinge of it takes it away from
I didn't
me.
watch the trailer. I know it rolled out. Most people said they loved it that I saw. Is it because you watched it? Did they frame it like there's a camaraderie kind of a vibe?
Yeah.
Because it is called Jackass Forever with a little heart. I saw the imagery around it.
And the fact that we know, because of the internet and all these stories and the Bam Margera
Bam's
thing.
been blasting his hatred for, Jeff Tremaine and Johnny Knoxville for a very long time.
And then you go through all the tragedy and then the addiction problems.
Do
and
they
stuff.
address any of that in the Jackass, or is this a
Oh,
fun,
no, yeah.
lighthearted stunt movie? Because it would be funny,
It was-
not funny, if they actually did a real documentary documentary about Jackass.
I think that would be better.
Yeah, that
They
would,
will.
That would be the play. They'll do it. They have the footage, I'm sure.
100%.
That's
All right,
the
so it looks
play.
like it's only going to be released in theaters at first.
That's smart.
Yeah.
It just
That's what they want to do. They want to push people to go out there and see it the way it should be intended to be seen, I guess.
and here's the thing, they've always been good at writing these like these Jackass movies, and the fact that they're doing like creative stuff. You know, it's not just the old push the shopping cart down the embankment of the LA River. Is more of they get more into it.
Yeah.
They put money
More
into
technical, sure.
And some of it's just like, I think in this one they launched Johnny Knoxville out of one of those human cannons.
But haven't we seen him do that before? And also he got hit by a bull before.
Yes.
Like some of these are the same ones he's done before.
Yeah, but now
I don't know.
now it's just old
now
man.
he's just an old man.
Yeah,
He's
it's
like
old
50
man
years old.
gets hit by a
Well,
bull.
Yeah.
that
makes it sad.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
the human
we're
cannonball
still doing
thing.
it.
I have a friend that was at a fair in like Indiana or something, and on her Instagram she put up a picture of the human cannonball. Like it was a video of this guy, and he raised it up, and he had his net set up, and they shot him out. And I didn't realize that all that is the ejector seat from like an aircraft.
Yeah,
It's a specially designed. It's a military grade ejector seat, and he sits in the thing. And he just works the numbers, knows where his net's supposed to go, and as long as he's knows his thing,
it's like hydraulics,
it's all
just
physics and math.
launches you out,
Yeah.
the kind of thing, or whatever. So yeah, something you.
It was
just-
old military technology, though. It's the technology to launch the person in the back of the jet out, so they can both deploy and be safe if they were crashing.
Although I think that actually uses some sort of ignition source and like propellant.
I looked it up on Wikipedia, and it
It-
said what I said.
Really?
Yeah, I know you want to fight me on it, but
No, I'm surprised they use
no,
like
I'm saying like I looked it
propellant.
up, and I'm saying this is what it is. It's for the military technology, and you're like, nope, I don't think so.
No, I'm just surprised they use actually like because it seems like that would be harder, more complicated than just some sort of hydraulic thing.
We
that
can
just
buy one of
sinks.
those things for $125,000.
Are they that expensive?
I found one, yeah.
Oof.
Why are they that expensive?
I guess
125.
it's pretty technical that whatever apparatus
Yeah.
is in there that propels you out of the top. There's been 30, I guess, different human cannibal. I wikied this whole thing. I just started like reading all about it.
Yeah.
There have been 30 different human cannibal performers that have died. I think the vast majority of them have died in Europe. This is a lot more popular in Europe than it is around here.
I remember like them bouncing off of their net in onto the floor was a problem for a lot of them. Like I saw those videos on like World's Craziest Videos when that was a thing in the early 2000s, and it was like those guys practicing and like bouncing out of the net onto the floor.
I think
but
that's
the
cool.
floor is like 25 feet down. But in it, like the back to the Jackass thing. So like it just seems a little forced, and of course it does, because everybody's in their late 40s, early 50s now, and none of them. I mean, I can't say that, because who knows? Like Steve-O looks like he legitimately likes that kind of attention and stuff, but the rest of them, it feels like at this age and this like life stage and level in your career, it's like doing all this stuff is like. It doesn't seem like it could be fun for them.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It seems like what I don't understand, or what's more compelling to me, is that I don't really know much about these guys. Like I don't know much about Johnny Knoxville.
He started. I mean,
I don't know much
I know
about
a lot of their backgrounds.
Any of the guys, but I think that would be more compelling than you just showing me something that teens are doing on TikTok.
Yeah,
like the stunts and stuff like that. Unless they're doing it more like, what was that, Bad Grandpa? Where it's like, costuming.
They do a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Like
That's cool. I'll watch that.
The one they have is like Preston Lacey. And this is all in the trailer, by the way. But
I'm a fan of Preston Lacey.
But Johnny Knoxville, I think he just has to tiny dress up like an old man now, because you know what I'm saying. But he's doing the old man
Put
bit.
the pants on,
and he's sitting on a giant beanbag in the store, and then Preston Lacey falls off something else and then launches him like a blob into the drop ceiling or whatever.
I'm already laughing because Preston Lacey in a diaper makes me laugh. No matter what, if he runs in a diaper, I laugh.
And then it's just and then they film the expressions of the people shopping in the furniture store, and it's like, okay, it's fine. I just it loses a little bit of the luster to me, and it's not as fun as it used to be. And I don't.
That's what people say about this show.
I don't think. Well, I don't think I'd go to but if it was a show, it's like the equivalent of me starting to do like 1 minute of comedy or something like that. It's like, don't do that, bro. Like,
like a buddy call.
Yeah,
I ain't doing that.
Well, it's fine if you did it as a joke, it's funny, but then if you really start like, leaning into it, and then it's like, it's like, just,
Now, let me
move
ask you
on.
this. Is there anything wrong with, if you don't like it, but it's still lucrative, continuing to do it for only the reason that it's lucrative and knowing that you can make the most amount of money?
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't think so
nothing
either.
wrong with it, but it's kind of sad.
It is,
Again.
but I'm just saying, like, well, I don't care if you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
care if other
No,
people
make
think
their
I'm
money.
sad.
Who
If I
cares?
know, if I have this vision of what I want
Yeah,
to do.
but if you already hate it, you know what I mean? I don't know.
I agree. Look, I've hated things before and had to get out of
Yeah.
them, so I get it. But
There's no way I'd go to the movie theater.
this
to
is
see
different,
this.
though, because this is a lot of money.
Yeah. I think, I mean, they all make money because they have the name. And just from, I mean, that whole Bear Margera thing, like, even though it seems real, I wouldn't put it past the publicist and the whole team, like, planning this and putting all the stuff out there to garner some sort of hype for this Jackass movie. That stuff happens all the time. Like,
it does.
Yeah, but he's been struggling with us for years now.
True, but
that's a long
Has he
con,
posted
buddy.
anymore on Instagram? The last one I
know.
got, he was in Florida seeing some lady for treatment.
Yeah, but he may have always said these things. It's just they started putting them out there right before the movie.
what you're saying.
See what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he's been struggling for a long time, and he's hated these other people for a long time, and then maybe they wanted to have him in the movie, but I just feel like people manipulate social media all the time. And
he has a podcast.
Big companies do it, and a lot of the stories you see and some of the stuff, like they do this with books all the time. Like some controversy will come out, and then
that's the Scottie Pippen, right?
2 weeks later he's selling a
Phil
book.
Jackson is a racist, and everybody's like, "Nah, dude, I don't think that's the way it went down." I mean, maybe from your perspective, and then it makes people go, "Like, should I get that book? Does he go into detail about this?"
The story
supposed racist treatment of him. Is he right? Is he wrong? Yeah, I see what you're saying.
It was leaked out by the advertising team of that person wanting to promote, and it happens all the time. So who knows? But it takes away that they're all really, it was funner when they were in their late 20s, and don't you ever correct me.
Get in here.
I thought he was on the phone
Get
with
in
his
here.
wife.
Get on the
I was like, what's happening?
Okay. I've always wanted to do that. But we've never
I'm walking. I'm gonna peep in on
if
stuff.
I ever talk to you,
I have to go. I'm going in there and just going on the computer.
It's wild.
I have nothing to do.
Wild.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do that, but I've always been the type of person where, and I mean this for Andrea, like if anybody ever talks to you like that, you punch them in the face and leave the job immediately. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there have been people that I've seen talk to their employees like that. I've seen that. You've seen that. And I'm like, yo, that is wild. But I do. But there is a little part of me that that'd be kind of fun for, like maybe a couple minutes to do.
Yeah, it would. Oh,
yeah, it's a power trip, right?
Being mean is the most
Power
fun
trip.
fantasy I ever have. I can't
I've
even
never thought
imagine
about that, dude. I've never thought about you.
Oh no! It's telling people what I want, like what I feel, or like being mean to them just to be mean is
so
a fantasy.
You would get really would get amped up if you were urinating on Butler's desk.
The fantasy of it,
right?
And the reality of it, it's I would instantly
remorse.
I'll be cleaning it up, and I'll be like,
I'm sorry, oh my God,
I'll buy you a new laptop.
I freaked out. I'm crazy. I'll kill myself tonight. Yeah, like.
The lawsuits are coming. I would be like, I ruined the company. Yeah.
Can you sue somebody for peeing on their desk? I don't know.
Well, unless you replace it. Right?
I think it's some sort of like threat or something. You know what I'm saying? Like a biohazard.
It's a health hazard for sure.
Yeah. Like I don't know if you could just do that. Maybe you can. Bye.